Yeah. Anyway, anybody else want to throw some interesting things into the mix about systems and flashy retrofit
Sure.
things?
I've got 3 new levers over here. I don't know what they do, but there's 3 of them.
Okay. Why don't you press that first one?
Captain, I don't think you press levers.
Quiet,
Also
you.
Yeah, I'm also going to make all of you roll a luck roll. Everybody roll a d20.
Hey, I just told him to press a lever. It's not going to do anything, hopefully. Dear God, please no.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
I got an
hey,
11. Oh, wow.
one of
Hey,
you-
Wow,
There we
Captain.
go.
One with a 2.
The guy that should be rolling well is rolling.
I got an
well.
11. That's not terrible, right?
I got a lucky 13. What's wrong with that?
All right. So, with all of those fairly bad rolls out of the way,
Excuse me.
I think he meant before. Right?
all right.
We'll see.
1 second here.
Thori, I can barely hear you.
Oh, was Thori speaking? Oh.
Thori lost his voice
Thori-
again. It's okay.
Thori- he's been having Tholian issues. I've been
Yeah.
on a
I
antibiotic.
just-
Oh, hey, there you go.
Tholian.
Muted myself.
Okay,
What?
fine.
Don't worry about it.
Lieutenant,
Just
I think that you
wait.
should, at earliest convenience, go down to medbay and get checked out. We can't have you losing that.
Burley will be there waiting
Yeah.
for you.
All
Dumb.
right.
Sure.
Only one of you rolled lower than an 11. So,
But I rolled an 11. Does that count?
yeah, no, it doesn't. Wow. So, yeah, Zerg starts pushing random buttons, and suddenly you drop out of warp.
Oh, I found out what it does, sir.
And it's uncomfortable. Like, you note that it actually really pushes on the inertial dampers there quite a bit.
Yeah, sure up those inertial dampeners. What just happened, Helm?
Oh, that was the emergency brake, apparently, sir. I can label it now.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know why they would put like an emergency brake on a starship, but clearly they thought that was part of the upgrade.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah. So I'm Flemish.
loath am I to argue against the finest of Starfleet's engineers. Okay, well,
I mean, that still
whatever.
has 2 levers. I don't know what they do though, but one of them we definitely know what it does. Now.
All right, computer. Will you be so kind as to inform us of what the other 2 levers do?
Good job, Captain. That's a good question.
Wow, that's going to be a roll for me now.
Turning it right back around at you, Q.
One does an 11 and a 3.
All right. It's actually just 3 different emergency brakes.
Well,
Oh, so like really fast, medium fast, and then just kind of like slow.
thank you, computer. Okay, well, Zerg, redundancy, I guess, is never a bad thing. I mean, you were just talking about the desire to have extra appendages. Just think of those as appendages for emergency use only. Let's not make that same mistake again. How long is it going to be before we can go to warp again?
I just have to push the button that's not that one.
Oh,
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, then by all means, lay in the course. And engage.
Control con again.
Yes, it's going to be another control con roll. Somebody oh, hey, look at that. And
Wait, hold on.
Yep, roll for
We
the ship.
have to see how much I can soil it with the ship's roll.
Wow.
Get a nat 1. Get a crit success.
Oh, close, but no
well,
cigar.
that was close.
No.
It makes sense that the ship's not helping right now.
Not close at all.
I don't think she's very happy.
I am
yeah,
amazing
you
at going forward.
you successfully disengage the emergency brake and get the ship back into warp. Well done.
So these emergency brakes function better than most cars because, like, you could just leave that on and just be like, drive it down the street. So that's a good note. Okay.
Yeah, you just have to like push out of the clutch and then pull the lever, and it's good to go.
All right.
So
Spaceships.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a note
brakes
to
better than car.
retrain Zergresh on the new helm station.
Okay. Go ahead and roll command presence.
Okay. Here we go. Command presence. I am both commanding and present.
Yeah, you are.
Come on, Thor, you can do it.
I believe in you, sir.
What? He was one with the dice. Man, Zerg.
Wow.
I am
Wow.
so instructed now.
Okay.
All right. So it was
I'm glad to get that one out of the way.
2
that
and
will
a
be helpful
5.
later.
That was not supposed to have a focus there.
Oh,
Cheater.
cheating.
Did I?
Cheating.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Wow.
2 successes.
What is that noise?
I don't know why the focus was on. There we go.
Well, we don't know.
We're getting some
We have
sort
a-
of interference.
We have a rogue microphone.
Yeah, what's going
Yeah,
through on the comms?
there- I'm not sure.
Lieutenant Mornog,
Um,
can you isolate and identify what this audio interference is? It's a strange anomaly.
I think it's coming from Mornog.
Oh no, it's not my console unless the shipyard also put everything of the
Does,
wrong back together
is
on
there-
this.
Is
Well, I
there
mean,
one
they
person
did
here that
put-
doesn't hear it?
They did put 3 emergency brakes on the same console, so I wouldn't put it past them.
I mean, did you leave some science on when you came to the helm, or you
is
came to
for
the bridge?
thrusters, one is for impulse, and
Oh,
one
it
is for
sounds much
warp.
better.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
Well done, Lieutenant.
So-
All right.
The heck was
Dumb.
that?
I think it. I don't know. Did everybody hear that?
I didn't
Yeah.
hear anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Wait,
Engineering will
who
take
said
care of
no?
it later. It'll
Maybe
be
someone's
fine.
trying to make
It was
contact
Zerg
with
Rush.
us.
Maybe.
It was Zerg's microphone.
No, it was a spatial anomaly, and we've
I'm sorry,
isolated
yeah.
it and
Yeah.
identified it.
I'm not really big into comms, so I was.
Maybe we should investigate that closest star. Maybe it was
Thank
coming
you,
from
science.
Make actually
I mean,
make
personally, I was trying not to hit that star because that seemed like a bad idea. But I mean, I can go closer if you want me to.
no, not necessary for now, but Lieutenant Mornog, you might want to make a note in the log about that. Perhaps when we are not on a mission, we can explore and identify that.
Yes, of course, of course.
Thank you, science.
To put down like a space sticky note to come back and check it out later.
Okay.
Space sticky.
All right.
Check.
So
We have those, right? In our like space equipment closet.
Naturally.
Of course.
Yes, Kiki's in charge of all that. She has
The-
all of his stationery.
Oh yeah, 'cause I have all my binders again now.
And your poster room.
In my poster room, which I still have kept locked, because
Keeping all those people away from your posters.
well, yeah, a lot of people just started making posters that weren't for the benefit of the entirety of the ship. From a regulation standpoint, they were for the benefit of the
Yes.
entire ship from a more entertainment standpoint, and it simply did not fit.
We can't have that. No entertainment allowed on the Thunderchild.
Indeed.
For shame.
But I made that really cool with the Gorn holding the cat over the pot, and it said "hang in there." It was cool.
Wait. You took that one down, Lieutenant?
Well,
That was-
sir,
That
I
was
believe
my
that
personal
really helps
favorite.
the morale of the ship. Yeah, I believe
It does.
that.
I put some time into that. I used like scissors and glue.
yes, you did.
Do you know how hard it is to find
they-
glue?
They don't always have to be
Well-
only informative.
This is true. Morale is an important thing, Lieutenant Kiki.
It is. It is.
I think you should, Captain, if it's okay, I think Kiki should work with Zerg Rush to make different.
You know, I was just thinking the same thing. Perhaps we should have a council to decide the posters. Not that you haven't done a wonderful job, Lieutenant Kiki.
Wait,
but-
a council, like
yes,
a
yes,
committee,
yes.
like multiple people.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
can it be like a
multiple-
secret council so no one knows who's
like
in
a
it?
copy committee.
Exactly.
Um,
You know, just to provide multiple points of view. We have a very diverse crew, and keeping morale up, we can find the balance between instruction and being informative, and also boosting morale. I mean,
And I've been told my perspective is very diverse.
it is.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've
it
also
is.
been told other words.
It is a bit.
But diverse was one of the words that was used.
Yeah, no, I agree with
Blanky
that.
was
and
just
I
saying
think-
that this, the posters where she wish she had more input. She would probably be happy to, join.
You don't say.
you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, Glonky, my second in command.
All right,
Just
Lieutenant Kiki, I
on
want
top
you
of
to
it.
write up a summary of the purpose of these posters, and we will gather a list of interested parties from various departments, and then we'll form a council or a committee, as it were.
The committee, yeah.
The committee for deciding what posters to put. Wonderful.
all right. I will begin working on that.
Fantastic. It's good to be back.
It's good to be captain.
Poster committee established. Major plot point done. All right. So, let's try to wrap up this staff meeting here. What else are we going after in this staff meeting?
Oh, Lord.
So
Well, I
We're
guess I should
in
brief all
a-
of you on the mission, yes? Oh, sorry,
yeah.
Lieutenant, go ahead.
that sounds good.
Oh, all right. All right, so orders came down from Admiral William Ross. We are to go to Starbase 375 in the Calandra sector. We are going to be providing tactical and ground support with the secondary mission of medical aid to ground troops, civilian populations, etc. So upon arriving there, we are basically just going to be flying around looking menacing, a little bit of force projection, and offer aid however we can, and await further instruction. So that is more or less the long and the short of it. We will carry on with our secondary and tertiary missions, and, well, wait. Hopefully nothing will go hot, but you never know. So we will be standing vigil.
Grazerites are known for looking fierce, sir. I think this will be fine.
Yes. Yeah, they kind of are, aren't they?
Captain, permission to run some training simulations on the holodeck. I think the air cover and planetary operations drills might be
I mean, of course. Why would you need to ask my permission for that, Lieutenant Thor? You're a department head. Schedule time and
it
get
said
to it.
something about Vulcan love. The certain holodeck programs are already booked, sir.
Oh.
Did you say Vulcan love?
He said Vulcan
you know.
Love Slave. It may or may not be
Yeah.
one of my favorite programs. Yes. Yeah, maybe I can amend my schedule there. Yeah.
For the Federation, sir. Like, get it.
Yeah. Yes, for the Federation. Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
All right. Anybody
I'll
else?
do
If
that.
you have need of anything that you don't already have complete and full permission to do, Lieutenant Thori, proceed. If not, ask me, and we'll make it happen. I want to be on our A game, people.
Okay. Can I leave?
Yes. You're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Bye.
What about the mission briefing? I guess we kind of went over that, but are
Isn't
we
that
allowed
what this
to
was?
ask
That's-
questions?
Yes,
before we leave?
absolutely. You ask away. You're sitting there at your console, Lieutenant. What? You know how this works, right? I told you the mission. If you have questions, speak up.
I have no questions at this time.
Okay.
Oh,
Wonderful.
wow.
We just have to be fierce.
Okay.
Yes. And be fierce. Be amazing.
Can we have questions? I have no questions.
I'd like to question the process formally.
Yes. Okay, well, everything seems to be running smoothly here, so I actually have something to go check on. So, Yes. Wait, hold on. Important question. Who's next in command? I guess we should have probably figured this out.
So currently your chain of command is after yourself is Ripley, then it will be Kiki.
All right, well, Kiki, you have the bridge.
Yes. So,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. After that, it's between Magao and Thori, however you want to do that. Magao technically should have seniority over Thori.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Thori.
Yeah. Didn't he get... Never mind.
Magao's actually been in a lot longer and was demoted. And then promoted again, so even with that, he still technically has seniority.
That's my blue
One,
thumb of
hey,
approval.
Thori, don't worry about it. One day you'll have your own ship.
Yeah. One day you'll
One
be
day.
captain.
Who
I
knows
believe
what
in you,
that
sir.
would be
And
like?
and I believe that you will be one of the best captains in Starfleet.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Leaving no man
I mean-
behind in space, sir.
Yes.
Card was inspirational. You know.
Curious. What if we just disable our camera? Do we go off screen? I'm gonna test this out as if I were to walk out of the room. But,
Oh,
Captain!
Wow. Did he just teleport off the bridge?
No,
How could you?
he heard his snakes calling him, and he left. I watched him.
Okay.
Vlon to bridge.
Olive Bridge.
No, I
Hi,
am.
Captain. I'm talking much louder than I need to.
Oh, hello, Lieutenant. You don't need to raise your voice when I calm you, right?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yes. I was just calling to see how everyone is faring. I know I haven't been gone long, but I've just missed this is all. Anyway, Vlon out. Beep, beep.
Thori's walked out.
Well, if you need me, call me.
I guess I will just be here on the bridge then.
yeah. I don't have any other place to go.
Well, you're flying the ship, Zerg, Lieutenant Zerg. That's right, petty officer.
Right.
Yeah, petty officer. Zerg.
Yeah.
So please, don't go
So you're
anywhere.
going to keep doing... Okay, so I know everybody else left, but I'm supposed to be here, right?
Yes. You're supposed to
Okay,
be here.
cool. Yeah,
I'm supposed to be here. And Lieutenant Nog, how's that sciencing going? What are you working on right now?
I'm just monitoring the screen and watching out for any more weird stars that might come across our path.
Perfect. Yeah. That's good.
Plus, it's my shift, so I'll just stay here.
Yes. Technically, yeah, it's fine. You just stay here. I will be here as well, if you need anything.
Okay, I see you.
Thanks. I am here.
Wow.
It's good to be acknowledged that you're present. Because if you were here and he couldn't see you, that would be weird.
That would be. That would be probably cause for some concern.
Right, and it's good that the science officer would be confirming that, because that would be like science, right? That's how science works.
And those
vaguely.
sensors are not broken yet.
Okay, I'm still trying to understand how all of this works.
It's okay. You're doing great.
Thank you, thank
The
you.
officers are. You're doing great.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Out of character, Kiki feels very uncomfortable in this now command position.
Thori's
and,
gonna walk back on. More training, Zergresh at 600. And he walks back off.
600.
600. Wait, what is 6?
Oh, 600.
Oh, right, yeah. That makes more sense.
It's good to see you, Lieutenant.
Wait, and he's gone.
Wait, was he talking to me but addressing you?
I think he was
Zarel.
talking. Hi, Thori.
Beep, beep. Vlon to Lieutenant Kiki.
Kiki here. Boop, boop. Yeah,
Lieutenant,
Kiki here.
we,
sir.
we have a bit of time before we arrive in the Calandra sector. I would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind putting together one of your wonderful reports on the sector. I want to have a good briefing for the entire crew on the political situation, the military situation. Bring us up to speed with all of the details. seeing as how you have the bridge now and not a lot's going on, Zerg, I know you can hear me. Don't hit any of the emergency brakes.
Okay.
So anyway,
don't-
thank you,
yeah.
Lieutenant. Vlon out.
You're welcome. I will begin work on that, Captain.
The pina colada sector. Yes. That,
Um,
I mean, that's where we're supposed to be going, right?
is that where you plotted our course to? Was the Pina Colada sector?
I mean, obviously. Wait, was I not supposed to?
Not quite, not quite. And I'm
Oh.
going to boop on my console and send you the actual sector that we should be going towards. That we have now been going on.
So
I mean, it's
I get
close.
it.
It's still forward.
yeah, so you're gonna actually have to roll an insight con on this, and it's actually
Me?
pretty tough because the navigational sensors are all whack.
Me or Zerg?
You to
Okay.
even send him a correction,
Oh,
much
goodness.
like
All right.
to know if there's actually a real correction that needs to be made, etc.
All right. She said insight con.
Correct.
Okay, not command, con.
This'll go well.
What could possibly go wrong? One success.
That is actually still a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got currently like 2 penalties from your navigational sensors. So you take a look at it, and you actually can't make heads or tails of the navigational data coming in. It's like saying that you're going towards the center of the galaxy, which isn't quite right. You're supposed to be going sort of space west, and you're a little confused. So you look at it, and you don't actually know if you're going to the Pina Colada sector, which doesn't exist, or if you're going to the Calandra sector, which your navigational sensors basically tell you doesn't exist.
Great.
I'm still pretty sure we're going forward, sir.
All right. Continue going forward.
I can do that, sir.
I'm going to send a let's see, out of character because it's been a while since I played Kiki, or really, but anyways,
Nose on finger.
Yeah, nose on finger. Who on the ship would it be? Thori that would be best suited to go over the navigational data, or would I send that to like Nog?
Who's suddenly
Sir?
back? He's
I
gone
know.
again.
Zerg and Thori, yes, would be the ones to go over that. You need Ripley to go over the sensors.
Okay, that's fine. Who needs sensors anyways?
I can
all
totally
right,
figure
so
it out.
I'm just so Zerg, why don't you stay on course to the Pina Colada system for now?
Yes.
But seeing as that course is already plotted, can you do a double check to make sure we're heading to the Calandra system?
Oh, those words are kind of like, right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a
Yeah.
second. Did I just overhear this correctly?
Well, we are.
You
Hi,
would have to be
Captain.
more
Welcome.
specific, sir.
Captain
What?
on the bridge.
What system are we heading to?
That's a little bit difficult to say, sir,
Oh.
because of the navigational array issues. But according to Zerg, we're heading towards the Pina Colada system.
Computer, identify Pina Colada system.
No such system in memory banks.
Computer, where the hell are we going?
That information is unavailable.
Sir,
Oh,
permission
yes.
to assist engineering in repairs of the sensors.
Oh,
Navigation.
please, for the love of primitive deities, yes, help out.
Space Buddha.
Ah, yes, Space Buddha. Okay, man, I'll be back. You just fix it.
All right. So Mornog, so you can go assist them, and it's just going to take a few days to get them straightened out. So for the next 3-4 days, if they roll really poorly, maybe a week. You guys are just going to have no real good idea where you currently are, but you can be fairly confident you're at least on the right heading.
Well, okay, so if we don't know where we are, where are we headed then? Like, do the coordinates
Forward.
that's our input,
You
do they
are
match?
headed in the direction that Zergrush first put you in before then hitting the brand new emergency brake system that you didn't know you had. And then, but once you re-engaged warp,
Got it. Great. All right. Sure. Kiki's gonna work on her report. It's her comfort zone.
awesome. Comfort report for Kiki. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll your reason con for that.
Reason con. Oh, my reporting capabilities went down slightly, but that's okay.
Oh,
Yes, it did.
Oof. Wow. Yeah, it did.
Nice.
I think it's just because I'm currently acting captain on the bridge, and it's really hard to focus.
It's got to be worse
also,
than that.
we're heading to the Pina Colada system for like our
We've
first
been
like.
at this for 40 minutes, and we've had 3 crit fails.
Oh yeah, we're
Yes.
doing it right.
3.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been great. I don't know what the rest of you are doing. I'm totally putting us in the right direction to the wrong place.
well,
Yeah. No, so that's.
welcome to Streamer's Luck, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Roll 20 stream sniping us. Heck.
Yeah. Wow. So anyway, yeah, you try to write your report, and you just fail miserably. Like, you're unable to write a report while being acting captain on the bridge. Not only that, since you were trying it as sort of your comfort, as a comfort report, you are just feeling actually super stressed out now.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to start going over some Bajoran like chants and prayers in my head, not out loud.
Not going to take any medicines that was given to you by Cordell.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did give. Actually, you know what?
I gave you anxiety medicines.
Yeah, Cordell did give me anxiety medicines. So yeah, so once Vaughn comes. Wait, Vaughn, are you back on the bridge now?
I am indeed.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I even announced captain on the bridge. So I will excuse myself momentarily to go take some meds. But good meds, prescribed by a doctor, the counselor, to be exact.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I guess better off to get that out of the way now than when we might be in combat. Whew, boy.
Yeah, no, everything is fine. Got
Right.
working on that report.
Yeah.
And I'll get it to you before we arrive.
It's fine. How long are we going to be in transit here before we arrive at the Kalandra sector?
About
I thought you
8
said
weeks.
8 weeks.
8 weeks? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got some. That's fine. There's no rush, Lieutenant. Just take care of yourself and get it together, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So 8 weeks. Let's start with this sort of first week here. Vaughn, what are you up to? What is your goal for this first week?
All right. Well, very clearly, I need to get my house in order because everything is off to a wonderful start. So I'm going to be checking in with all the departments just to make sure, one, they have what they need, two, everything isn't just going to hell in a handbasket, and yeah, I'm going to do some prep as far as the system, like in regards to, like, I asked Kiki to do the report, but I also want to be up to speed on the players, like who's going to be commanding what vessels in the system, like the political situation in case I need to diplomatize.
Mm-hmm.
And so just, basic prep.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and do a command presence roll.
All right. Do I get a focus in this? Nah, there's...
Nah, not really.
Yeah. But one success.
Okay, so you check in with all of the departments, and you don't really get anywhere generally.
Okay.
So you're going to have to, like, if you want to really get them up to speed, you're going to have to focus on one department at a time. So we'll
All right.
do another one basically for each department.
Sweet.
So which department do you want to focus on first?
Who is actually doing the sensor repairs? That would be engineering, yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm gonna stop in, see how Ripley's doing, and just kind of, and yeah. Then I realize, oh wait, my presence probably actually isn't helping anything. So I'm not an engineer, and I'm just gonna distract people. So I'm just gonna be like, oh hi, okay, and I'm gonna turn around and walk out.
Okay, that whole thing happens. Go ahead and roll. Wow. We're gonna do presence engineering for fun.
All right.
Nose on finger, while that's happening, can you tell me how to spell the system that we're going to?
Kalandra. K-A-L-A-N-D-R-A. Okay. So, with that wonderful presence engineering roll. Yeah, you walk in, you distract people for about 10 minutes, realize you're distracting people, and leave. And that's pretty much your entire deal with the engineering department. But it's okay,
Yeah.
you trust Ripley to get it done. Between Ripley and Chuck, you think it's going to be fine.
Yeah. That kind of awkward experience causes me to rethink my approach to this. I've never really been one to micromanage, so I think instead I'm going to go down the route that I might be better at and just do a little ship-wide message of encouragement.
Because these have worked so well in the past.
We've had about 30% success rate. It's fine.
Okay, what is in this speech?
All right. All hands, this is the captain. Welcome back aboard the Thunderchild. It is absolutely an honor and a privilege to serve as your captain. We are currently heading to the Kalandra system, where we will be... Sector, thank you. Yes. That didn't really happen. Where we will be helping Starfleet project force and confidence for the civilian populations and aid however we may. So we've already encountered, well, some issues with our refit. I would just like to encourage all of you, I believe in you. You are Starfleet. You are the very finest of these united worlds. Keep calm, carry on, fix stuff. Vlon out.
Uh-oh.
All right, wonderful.
At this point, Kiki comes back and she says, well done, Captain. I
yeah.
appreciate...
Yes, thank you.
I'm sure the crew really appreciates that welcome.
Yeah,
I know
for
I do.
the awesome speech, go ahead and do another presence command roll.
Yeah.
With a focus this time.
Come on, rolls. Hey,
Hey.
that's better than many fails.
That's
Go ahead
presence
and,
engineering.
That is...
Oh,
you got a 3 and a
Oh, that's
5.
fun.
That's actually 2 crits.
oh, okay.
So, yeah, that'll be... so get an extra 3 momentum there. Yeah, you moralize the crew there pretty well.
Yes.
Everyone...
Something feels off.
Yes, the crew realizes something is off, but then they're like, that was a really good speech. All right, so moving on from there, that is what Vlon is up to. Then, Kiki, what are you up to this first week?
This first week, I am... Let's see, I've got my 2 tasks. Creating a poster committee and writing a report on the Kalandra sector and the upcoming fleet actions. So, seeing as I failed quite terribly with the report while on the bridge, I'm just going to, for the rest of my, mainly for the shifts that I'm working this first week, I'm going to start sending out messages, posting on the Thunder board, Thunder mail, whatever, and start organizing a poster committee interest group to host over the weekend, and then we'll move on from there.
Galonki will sign up for that.
Of course. you
Tellarite needs to be on this committee.
will. Is that Glonki's feeling, or is that Thori saying you need to sign up for this committee?
That is my feeling, being the boss of Glonki.
Yep, that's what I thought.
I would love to be on a committee to form a committee.
We
yeah.
got Kiki back.
This is what I do, guys.
Almost as good as having a meeting to form a meeting.
To have another
Almost.
meeting.
Yeah.
Almost.
We're picking up another weird spatial anomaly.
Yeah, is that
Lieutenant
something?
Mornog, scan.
I think I fixed it. No, don't worry. I may have,
I thought I heard something crackling. Was that? Did they? When we were at Utopia
Cellophane
Planitia,
wrap,
did
it's
they? Did they do anything with our like internal communications or comm badges?
Yeah,
Because we've been having a lot of issues.
Clearly, they
I think they
forgot
just
to turn it
left
off and turn it
some
back on.
potato chip bags in the ceiling. It's
Ah,
Amateurs.
amateurs.
if
It
we
was-
take
it was
our
Goop
ship
Team.
back there.
Don't
Good
worry,
thing was
they
that
probably
people-
got all the anethazine traps.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Probably.
At this point, we don't know about the Nesticine trap, so I would like to see that report. Be like, by the way, were you aware of bombs on your ship?
They're actually, Vlan, you did actually get a report of that about how surprised many of the staff at Utopia Planitia were to find anethazine traps in the Jeffries tubes all around Medbay.
Yeah, yeah.
That was actually a thing.
I actually wasn't surprised by that because I knew who was aboard this ship and the types of things that they did. So I was just like, ah, okay, cool. Glad that they're not there anymore.
We have
Why?
all the Jeffries tubes mapped out.
They did a thorough scanning, and they did actually remap all the Jeffries tubes for you.
Oh, huzzah.
Nice.
Huzzah indeed. Okay, so Kiki, go ahead and roll another Reason Con for me.
Okay.
For your continued work on a report. Wow, just...
This is going to take me most of the next 8 weeks.
Yes, you start writing up that report, but you still have such a bad headache from trying to work on it while being acting captain. So yeah, you get a slow start on it, but by the end of the week you put together plenty of basic information for the captain to go over.
Okay.
Which captain, basically this is a frontier sector. It is fairly low population. The Calandra system is basically the highest population system, and it's not very high population. Starbase 3, you have at least 2 star bases there. There's Starbase 375, which is a little bit closer to the Bajor sector. And then you have Starbase 310 is also in the sector. I don't know of any other star bases that might be there, but we can pretend that there's probably other useless star bases there somewhere.
Okay, wow.
Righto.
Yeah, right? Jeez.
I know.
Tell us how you really feel, Q. Sheesh.
Yeah, they're just not helpful. Starbase 375 is where it's at.
Where we're going.
So
It might
therefore-
not be where we think it's at.
You're not
This
really
is
sure
true.
where
Might not be
anything
going there.
is at the moment.
Yeah. We are in space, and we are moving forward.
Yes.
That is all that matters.
You're pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
of both of those things. Okay. Moving on from Kiki then, let's see if anybody can get anything significant accomplished. Thori.
Wait.
What?
Well, what about my poster committee to form a committee? My poster committee interest group to form an actual poster committee.
Fine, roll
invitations.
presence command.
Yay!
What a nerd.
Oh boy, this is a 12.
Mhm.
You really wanted to roll. That's
4 crits.
You're
freaking. I'm gonna say it. I blame Roll20 on this one.
All I'm
Yeah,
saying,
actually.
we've been rolling hot
So you took
20s.
down my
Solar
poster
is
to put up the poster for the interest group. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I took out all the posters to put up posters for the interest group.
I mean, that one was just kind of offensive. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I mean,
I was
you
offended.
really
I'm
do
gonna have extra
form a
work to
committee
do.
form a committee.
So
start
you get
demoralizing the group.
exactly the reaction that you would expect trying to form a committee to form a committee.
The
in
ideal was a
that
crit
there is
fail.
a complete and utter lack of any interest from anyone. So who exactly were you trying to rope into this that will now never do it?
Well, of course I was trying to get Chamara for starters. I also sent a message to Magao. And I would have sent one to Chuck in engineering. Yeah, I would have sent one to Moranog and I guess Gonki. Really, like, kind of the head or second in commands of all the departments. Zergrush already said that he wanted to join, so I didn't actually send him a formal invite. But I did take down all of his posters to put up poster.
Yeah, that's
interest.
why I didn't show up.
Yeah, so he still didn't show up.
I feel like as a result of this crit fail, Glorp needs to be a part of this.
You only got Glorp.
That is a
Glorp
Glorptastic
doesn't
idea.
exist anymore.
No, Glorp exists.
Yeah.
Glorp
He
exists,
exists.
yeah.
Dude, wait. You
Yeah.
can't just unglorp Glorp, Kiki.
Yeah.
goodness.
Glorp died
What
in the
the
other
glorping
timeline.
hell?
Glorp's alive right
Kiki?
now.
Don't be
Glorp
offensive.
is canon.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
got to Glorp and deal with it.
You all are the worst.
No. Remember, Matt has to play Glorp.
This is true.
Mhm.
This is true.
So
You won't
yes.
see him for another month.
yeah, but when we do see Matt, he will be playing Glorp as well as Magao.
All right.
So,
So, Glorp
I'm going to
will
go ahead
be
and throw it
on
out
my
there
personal
that this
interest committee.
only reinforces Glonky's desire to be on the committee, because the fact that posters went up and were ineffective just rubs her the wrong way.
I hate being rubbed the wrong way.
Especially when you're covered in fur like Glonky. She is
yeah.
not happy.
Wait, never
She's
mind.
all staticky. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
cat
Yeah.
with like
Kept
claws. coming
shocking
out.
herself.
Oh yeah, she is a cat person, isn't she?
No,
Like a tiger
no.
person.
No, like
No, she's
prime,
just a
like
teller, right?
mammal
Yeah, she's a
primate
teller.
Oh.
things. I don't know.
My bad.
Yeah.
So not really a cat person, but
Yeah, tell her right.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm going to go ahead and say Glonky overheard that too. So.
You
in,
can't just have Glonky over here all the things.
in any case, nobody shows up to your meeting for a committee to form a committee.
Aww.
Except Glorp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Glorp. For some
You
reason.
ate all of my like snacks that I replicated.
And then
I feel like Glorp.
halfway into the pretty much non-existent meeting, Carl walks in.
Oh,
Ooh.
great.
I also feel like
Hello. Do I miss much in the meeting?
No. We just started.
I was just telling my buddy about how I joined Starfleet. Have you heard my story yet?
Yes, Carl, I have. But really, that's actually not the focus of this particular meeting. This is a poster interest group to form a committee.
And
to
we're going
determine-
to cut right there. we are not going to role play that committee to form a committee. So we're going to move on.
That's the line we're
Is
drawing.
you have a failure of a
That is
committee
the line
to
that we're
form a
drawing.
committee. So we're going to come back to your committee next week. In the meantime, let's go to Thori and see what he's doing this week.
All right. I guess Thori would start by a meeting with Glonky and Aragorn
Aragon.
to basically. It's Aragon? I thought it was Gorn, as in like a Gorn.
Nope.
No, Aragon. Okay, Aragon. He's
Wrong
going to meet with
fandom.
Aragon and Glonky and kind of draw up, kind of like assumptions, facts about who he might encounter, and then try to figure out what our operation mission's objective is going to be.
Can Thori just think that his name is Aragorn?
Yeah.
I mean, that
I don't know.
works.
Can he, Thori?
Yeah, Thori.
Well, not really, because he's kind of like my rival before I got promoted. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
So of course you're gonna pronounce his name wrong. That's like a
yeah.
yeah.
Like
That's an obvious
playing
one.
Pokemon, and like one guy says,
All right,
"Smell you later."
only in Aragorn's presence, then.
Wow. All right. So. Oh my. Okay. All right. So you get your flight crew together, but mainly you're just working with Aragon, he's your lead pilot,
Right.
basically.
And Glonky, who basically runs logistics for the con department.
Right.
That would be important.
Okay. You get them together. Do you want to include Zerg as well? He is your part of your department.
Not for this, because Zerg is now the helmsman, basically. So.
yeah. I live here now.
Yeah, what the hell? It'd probably be useful. Yep, Petty Officer Zergresh.
Cool. So
Is there.
you're chief helmsman. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, he's there to observe and coordinate.
Okay.
Oh, I get
You
to
do
coordinate. That's great. So I like to use lots of little stickers.
That's helpful for you.
Yes.
Anyway, so thank you guys for coming. We, as you know, you have the mission objectives in front of you. We need to basically run some drills on planetary operations and providing, aerial support to landing parties. So,
This will require me to land, sir?
can presume to be engaging the Dominion and the Cardassians. Is that who we're up against? Yes? Okay.
Aragon does point out there's still engagements with the Klingons, theoretically. But with finger
that
guns.
is... Good point. Okay. So those will be our simulation drill opponents. Anything else we need to consider? We've engaged the Dominion before, and they rammed the other ship. So we need to come up with effective ways to, not be kamikazed.
I propose we move out of their way, sir.
They are very fast.
So am I. Have you seen my reflexes?
I think maybe
Hold on. Zerg, I want you to do a fitness security roll.
For his fast movements.
Reflexes?
He was moving really fast just then. It was really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do a nice karate pose, but no one is impressed.
The enthusiasm. You catch that, Glonky?
Yeah, yes, sir. Enthusiasm.
That's good. Okay. Well, let's get to it, guys. And draft this simulation.
Yes, sir. Glunky immediately gets up and leaves the room.
Glonky, come back here.
I'm sorry, I thought you wanted to get work done.
I figured we would do it together.
That seems counterproductive, sir.
So, hi. It's good. I'm glad you're on the team. I don't know if I said that today.
Thank you for making my point, sir. On the one hand, we have Zergresh, on the other, Aragon, and then there's you. You wanted to get work done on a nice, I assume, holodeck program
Yes,
for people.
for conducting planet-side operations and air support.
Well, since we have a specialist in Gorn holography, I was just gonna go get them.
I think you're great, Glonky. Perhaps that's a good idea. Perfect. Dismissed.
Glunky leaves them. And goes to find, it is Magao who has Gorn holography. Which is wonderful. And she knows Magao fairly well, and knows that he's a Gorn holographer for some reason, which has been used. So hey.
Well,
whatever.
I did try to set up Glonky and Magao at one point. I don't remember if the timelines are straight on that one.
I didn't think it was Magao. Oh no, it was Magao. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
No, that happened in the Borg timeline.
Pretty
sure.
Yep.
So it just didn't exist.
No.
Got it.
Okay, so we're supposed to simulate landing and then moving things from like one place to another.
Not quite. What I need you to do is basically pay attention to when the Thunderchild needs to intervene. For example, if we are attacked, how the ground and flight teams will be, do stuff. You got this. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go play StarCraft because that sounds like exactly what you want me to do. So I'll be back, sir. And I walk out.
You know what? They're Gresh. Go ahead and practice that at the helm on the bridge.
Can't do, sir. I mean, that's normally what I'm doing when I'm not going to Pina Colada.
Glad you're here, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Keep at it, and don't forget our 0600, lesson. And don't.
Wasn't that what this was, sir?
No, it's not 0600.
So this is in addition to that.
Yes,
So what is that?
Wonderful.
it's training.
Right. So that wasn't this.
No,
So what is that?
Oh my
Different.
god.
Yeah. Here we are.
Who's on first?
Yep, they're in a loop. This is gonna keep going until 0600.
2 hours
That was the
later.
plan, yes. So I'm just gonna go back to the hell and keep playing StarCraft, sir.
dismissed. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Thori. So you are trying to get people writing or creating a training program, basically to help you and all of your pilots, and possibly the helmsman and tactical officer coordinate during a fight with the Dominions / possibly Klingons / possibly Cardassians. Correct?
Yeah, like basically, yeah. I mean, we can take it one step at a time and basically just figure out who
Make it a
we're going
flight
to be engaging with, possibly, and where.
Sounds exactly like StarCraft.
And then practice. Let's just start with that because that's a lot.
Starfleet Flight Simulator.
Pretty much, is the
I mean, we
idea
do have
and
a
goal.
holodeck, so
It probably already has a lot of stuff already programmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you
Basically, drafting a list.
really well on this kind of stuff before last season. So as soon as you guys had your encounter with the Dominion, you started doing exactly that. Was putting that stuff together. So we're going to go ahead and say that you
Thanks,
already
Kiki.
really for the most part, have that stuff together.
Okay.
Sweet.
And this is in the context of the mission profile of basically ground to surface, right? Or
What?
space to ground, not ground to surface. That makes no sense.
All right, switch my plane
Wait,
over to
what?
ground to surface mode.
That's deep,
So-
sir.
From my understanding of the mission, we are basically going from the Thunderchild to the planet. We got that covered already? Is that what you're saying?
No, that is not anything that you have covered previously. That is also not
Right.
what, like, I thought you were talking in the context of engaging with these enemies in space, since that is kind of your role.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just stick with that then.
Yeah,
That's
in space
fine.
is fine, sir. It's the landing that I probably would have to study some more.
Yeah.
And
At
we
great
don't have
level
to worry
landing.
about that.
I don't think you've
Uh-oh.
landed yet.
Well, I mean, I haven't landed this, but I did land other shuttles. I mean, most
You're
of them
not, you're not
landed.
supposed to land this.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Thank you. Don't land the
So,
ship.
Yeah.
No.
So
That's
business
good to
as
know.
usual
Thank
on
you,
the flight
sir.
bay then?
Yeah, business as usual, but going through that, I'll give you it'll basically be an advantage because you'd already been working on this for a while. Anybody who utilizes the training program that you set up, they will have an advantage for like the next week after using that against the Dominion, in any space combat against the Dominion.
Okay. Cool.
So, won't do you a whole lot of good right this moment, but, you know, it's there. So you take the week to get that sort of caught up and refreshed and make sure, you know, Vlan and the senior staff at least know about it and they can get it in their training regimens.
All right. I submit it for approval.
Perfect. And then moving on from Thori, Cordell, what are you up to this week?
Well, I think I'm going to go with my usual. I'm taking blood samples for myself, and I never did get those test rodents. The last captain wouldn't approve anything like rats or voles, so I'm going to have to use it. Do this all digitally, of trying to correct my issues.
Did you roll your disease for the week yet?
I did. I put it in Discord. So let me read what it is.
You can go ahead and put it in the Roll20 chat there.
Boy, that's going to take up all Roll20 chat.
Yes, that's gonna be a lot.
But I'll do it just for you.
Yeah, no, let's go ahead and do it.
Before I do that, guess what the rarity is.
Extreme.
Well,
I
it's
swear,
always terrible.
They just make up this
One in-
rarity
oh,
because
only 1 in 25. That's
Yeah, only
about as
125.
rare as we've seen.
Yeah.
Jumping ache.
Yeah, so I have the jumping ache, which consists of a skin sore outbreak, cold fingers, I suppose, chest pains, a runny nose, which is not all cases, and nail brittleness, which is uncommon. Then it says what to expect, which is all of the things I just said, plus apparently a rarity of 1 in 25, which I think is ridiculous. But apparently, treatment is stress reduction, which I've got that in spades.
Nice.
You have to reduce your vitamin intake.
Got my herbal intake up.
all those plants you got going.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Science Bay 2, I think it is.
I believe so. Or Science Lab.
Or yeah,
Yeah,
Science,
Science-
Science,
Science Lab.
Science Bay.
Yeah, you
Science
don't.
Bay.
You don't have a bay.
Yeah.
You
Science
just
Bay
have-
is just the
I know,
name
I
of
basically
the
have
door.
sworn them off.
Cubicles.
The cubicles. Are
Oh,
Yeah, you guys sort of reduced your scientific capacities during your refit. It's great.
Sorry, Nog.
Yeah,
Reduce them.
I was even fighting for you, Nog, and for you, I mean for sciencing of the ship, or for the ship to science. And
Don't
you know
worry,
what?
dog. If you need any help, I'm very qualified scientist as well, so you can always have me assist you.
Nice.
Always,
Thanks, guys.
lean on Cordell, yeah.
I do want to put it out
My
there
science
that,
is a
you know,
5.
a ship with heftier
Wow.
sensors might be might be a little helpful in the situation. We
Oh
found
my
ourselves
God.
20 minutes into
Let
the
it
game.
go.
I told you I wasn't gonna let it go.
It's been an
And
entire week.
I warned you. I warned you I wouldn't let it go.
Yes, Lieutenant, your objection has been noted.
So when
And
we
again.
were setting the points for science, I thought that was like, oh yeah, it's already low. It's pretty much gonna be status quo. I didn't know it was gonna be even lower than it is now. Oh, this is terrible.
Well, not just for your personal roles, just
Ship
your
roles.
department.
They fired
That's
half your
fine.
staff.
We had to make room.
We told you it would be fine. Look
I
at
didn't
you.
even
Check
know
it
I had a
out.
staff.
Basically, they just left you with Goop Team for the most part, but took like your nicer equipment and left you with even older equipment.
And Goop Team's done very
Aw.
well themselves.
They took your microscope
Goop
and gave
Team
you like
did
a magnifying
extremely
glass.
well as a security team.
And the
We're
brain
not-
disease team.
Yes,
Yeah.
for creating and distributing brain disease, they're top notch.
All right.
So
Yeah, so that's
yeah.
that is my plan, is to try to work through my business. I'm trying to find a cure for myself.
Okay.
Do you still have my old?
Project on that?
Yeah. It's been a
Let
year.
me- Yeah, it's been a little while since you actually got to work on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cordell's Super VD.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's it.
That would be
Hey,
the
that
one.
looks familiar. Difficulty 4. Magnitude 10. I don't remember if those numbers are bad anymore. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, those numbers are real bad. You have no progress on it either. And a resistance of 8. So it is extremely difficult for you to do anything about.
Oh, what was I doing? I beforehand. Shit. Okay, so I suppose. Okay, I gotta think about this quick. I am taking my blood, and I am. Oh fuck.
You got this, buddy.
No. Thank you. Because how does one cure VD?
That is the question, is it not?
Super penicillin.
Right. Yeah, I'm essentially trying to create my own super penicillin. Yeah, so I guess I am trying to focus down to see why the strain keeps changing. Like I'm trying to find a common, something common that I can have a foothold to begin isolating and I guess curing that section. So I'm starting at the very beginning. I have a disease and it changes all the time. I'm trying to find something that's common between all of them, like trying to isolate this issue. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? The
Yes.
Same words.
All right. So you're sort of jumping.
You're on your
back-
data pad.
You're jumping back into largely the analysis, trying to find commonalities to help you find a single treatment that could maybe help. So okay.
Yeah, I assume it's not going to actually fully help. I'm just using it as a foothold to start me somewhere. Because this is a unique thing I have.
Awesome. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, go ahead and roll Insight Medicine. And we'll start there, and we'll actually give you then probably some challenge rolls. We'll see.
We'll see. Well,
What'd you roll there?
it wasn't a
Uh,
crit.
No, it was a 3. So, because you get a focus basically in all.
Oh,
of this
okay.
stuff.
So I got 2. The other one was real close to being no bueno.
Yeah, it was very close. Okay, so
And a 19.
you get through. You have like 50 million blood samples of your own blood at this point, and you've tried every concoction known to modern Federation medical science, and it's never really done a ton for you. So you are now venturing off into the complete medical unknown here and just playing around with everything.
Yes.
Magnets.
How do they work?
How do they do it? Okay, so you're going to let you do one more roll here, and it's going to be a reason medicine, and we're going to.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, again with a focus.
All right.
All right, there we
Hey.
go. Excellent.
I got a success with a 15.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you start tinkering around with a whole lot of different radiation therapies mixed with some of these here drugs that you've been working on. So now you're sort of on the working on radiation and
Lord,
drug therapy.
Okay,
So,
sure.
you know,
I'm taking medicine. I'm shooting radiation at this and chemicals. That's cool.
Yeah, and you're just seeing maybe what happens with some of that stuff. But you're gonna have now a. We'll see about getting you some sort of. It'll be maybe a week or 2 process here, but we'll try to get you some kind of bonus that you can use in developing your cure there.
Okay.
Of course, irradiating yourself isn't going to help, so you're going to have to find something to help with that, too.
How archaic, yeah.
So
Yeah, I know,
radiation and
right?
chemicals, maybe something like a spider.
Maybe.
Maybe a radioactive space spider, because as long as it's a space spider, it's fine. It's okay. Ooh, a Tholian. So, yeah, you just need a radioactive Tholian to bite you.
And that could be Spider-Man.
Already like
amazing.
radioactive, anyways.
That could be your, what is it? Your local hometown spider god.
Slash therapist.
Slash therapist, yes.
Slash therapist.
How do you feel
How
about
does
the
that-
fact that I'm your god?
Yeah. Don't answer that. I'm all knowing.
Indeed. Okay, so wonderful. All right, you Okay, so you start playing around with that. Go ahead and roll 6 challenge dice. Let's see if you even get.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, considering how badly people were rolling before. Yeah, that's not terrible.
Well, no one asked me to roll, so
Yeah. So.
And that's where we went wrong.
everyone. Sorry, we can barely hear
It's
you.
Sorry.
official, Chris. You definitely
There we
roll
go.
all of the ship dice from now on.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, that's
You forget my roles of the past.
Oh. Backpedaling, I see.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Kiki does not.
Quite literally the past, actually. And
Wow.
yeah, never mind. Sorry.
I
Actually,
don't remember
probably
the past. I
parallel
only go
right now.
forward.
Yeah, forward.
So you get through this week, and your basic conclusion is that drugs alone aren't going to do it. You're going to
Cool.
need some kind of multi-vector treatment here.
Yum.
That was a good joke, Sean. I got that. That's good.
Wonderful. In any case, we will move on from Cordell to Zergresh, and then after Zerg, we will take a little bit of an intermission, and we will also get Ripley in here during intermission.
Yay!
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, Zerg, what are you up to
I believe
this
I've
week?
got some training scheduled, and then I was going to wait for the captain to make the whole program on twiddling.
It's important to learn that they're twiddling.
Yes.
He'll never receive the program.
Okay, Thori, what is this training that you have scheduled with Zerg?
Well, basically, we've trained him on piloting the Thunderchild already, so we're just going to add the 3 new levers and anything else the refit added to the con, and basically go through the same drills as we did last time, me flying against him. Same program.
Awesome. Okay.
I've been labeling all the helms controls with Sharpie, so I know what they do.
Yeah, and then I, with my command ambitions, I will attempt to boost his spirits before and after.
Okay.
I feel like a sense of deja vu. The last time anybody tried to raise my spirits, just kind of like, oh.
All right, Thori, go ahead and roll Presence Command.
It'll be fine.
That's what they said
You
the
got
last
this.
time.
And they ended up with the Spider Zerg, who nearly killed everyone on the ship.
I'm assuming lead by example is
Well, not on ship, off the
Not
ship,
in
yes.
this case, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Doing roll.
Well, Derek, you feel like he's trying to be encouraging, but you don't particularly feel encouraged.
I appreciate the
and-
effort, sir.
You're welcome.
But go ahead and roll a reason con here, and we'll see if you get a bonus anyway.
Combat flight come into play here?
Zerg, I believe that there's some interference coming from your comms.
Strange comms interference again.
Yeah, hopefully we get that sorted in this 8-week journey to the Calandra sector.
Or I could run another scan.
Yeah, please do. Nog, this is
yeah.
disconcerting.
That is so odd.
Weird.
Oh, I think it just is because he's so silent, it starts opening up its gate a bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like the roll
Yeah.
20.
So now it sounds good because he said something.
running
Oh.
ship.
Kind of.
So I just have to talk all the time? I can do that.
Mhm.
Just gonna mumble under my breath at all times.
I think. There's a different interference now on the comms.
All of this comm interference, jeez.
Awesome.
I'm gonna blame him for the potato chip bags too. If they were
yeah,
potato
no,
chips
totally.
bags, that is.
Okay, you,
I deny everything.
I mean, I had to move the bag out of the way to get to the levers. So
They're ruffles. They have ridges.
yes.
Wow.
I mean, so we're not allowed to have drinks on the bridge, but potato chip bags are acceptable?
Well, I mean, they were covering up the
goopy.
new levers. I don't know why they would do that, but it was a thing they did.
Of course. Oh, yeah, so it sounds like it was the staff at
Wait.
Utopia Planitia that left the...
I think that sounds like a good assumption.
I
Yes.
still
Wait.
think
Yeah.
it's the goop team.
We're not allowed to have drinks on the bridge? Oh, I never
well, I
got the
thought
memo.
that was... Oh. What's that? Yeah, that was
Interesting.
our previous captain. That was Evo.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
because somebody
is-
spilled coffee on one of the consoles. Because you guys
Yeah.
don't have lids, because lids don't
Yeah,
exist.
we don't have lids.
I would
know what, but
argue
this
that what I
is,
have isn't a drink.
This is a new mission. It's like a new day, a new dawn, and you
A
can
new-
have drinks on the bridge unless you spill them, and then we're back to no drinks.
And then you get your drinks on the
Yes,
bridge
yes.
privileges taken away.
Exactly.
That makes sense, sir.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna spill it and then freak out and like.
Like, oh God, no!
It's like, oh no, he's gonna find it. He's gonna find it. He's just like scrub.
Computer, replicate paper towel.
Yeah.
And now our captain doesn't really sleep
can-
at all, so
It
like
can
that's
only
This is
replicate
true.
towels.
I'm everywhere.
Okay, so
I mean, as
Zerg,
long as it doesn't erase the Sharpie I've got on the console, it'll be fine.
I thought you never mind.
Well, whatever helps you operate more efficiently, Zerg. Within reason.
awesome. All right. Okay, so Zerg, you with your little reason con roll there, yeah, you don't really. You feel like he was trying to be encouraging, and he gave you a program to. Thori, what exactly did you give him again?
I was flying against him in this program.
Okay, yeah. So you set up a program. Actually, I want both of you to roll Control Con. We'll do this first.
All right.
Now, is this piloting or is this something else?
This is going to be combat piloting.
Okay, so I have I've got starship piloting. Will this apply?
Yes, that'll be fine.
All right.
Is this part of the lesson, or is it just to see how it goes?
This is to see.
Bam!
Okay.
Going down.
Combat flight.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh,
I see your
Spicy.
lesson.
Yeah.
Spicy Z.
I
Yeah,
see your
Zerg
lesson.
is-
That crazy one.
Nice.
Yeah, Zergresh sort of thrashes you about a bit in your own lesson.
Nice.
And you were less than motivational to begin with, so he doesn't really take away a whole lot.
Can I go back to my Starcraft, sir?
So he
Does
goes
he
back to
figure
the-
out the levers? That's what I want to know here.
At some point during the fight, he does, in fact, use one of the emergency brakes to do a nice pit maneuver. It's great.
Okay, there we go.
Uh-oh. He's
One lever down,
Starts what,
two
like
to go.
drifting in space?
Yep.
Well, he's making his own maneuvers. It's no longer Thori's maneuvers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's
What have we?
probably
What have we done?
totally drifts the Thunderchild, because why not?
Eurobeat starts playing through the speakers.
Try spinning. That's a good trick.
Running in the 90s.
Wrong.
I was being furious, sir. Did you want me to be furious?
Oh, Tokyo Drift.
There's a question there.
Yeah. So I was trying to be furious. Was that okay?
It was fast and furious.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I'm proud of the pilot you're becoming.
Thank you, sir.
Good job.
It's because we were only going forward, sir.
Until you drifted it.
Well, he was still
I
technically
mean,
going forward.
the spin thing, but it was still a forward drift.
Yes.
On that subject, think back on the directions you ended up going. You might surprise yourself.
No, I'm pretty sure they were only forward.
That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See you tomorrow, 0600. Bye. Thori walks out.
I boot up
Awesome.
StarCraft.
Perfect. Okay, and with that, we will go ahead and call a bit of an intermission here. Dun, dun,
Oh, get
dun.
Ripley
and get
set up.
Ripley in. Yep. We'll be
Captain looks angry. Thor looks like a hologram.
Thori, that is
Alright.
terrifying.
I think he's
Not our
He's beautiful.
sweet Thor.
He's teal. How could I
Yeah.
not?
Well, I feel like you need some counseling and
He prefers the term
accepting
Yeah.
Andorian, thank you.
my goodness, Lieutenant Commander. It sounds like you need some time with a counselor.
Do you know how many times I've asked for R&R and never gotten it? I have far bigger reasons to want to talk to a counselor.
Oh yes, but
Didn't
we're not
you just have
concerned with any of
shore leave,
those.
Mhm. Racism isn't cured by R&R.
But Lieutenant Cordell has the hookup, my friend.
He was like, "I've got a number. Come see this guy.
Yes,
He'll cool you down."
And
he will
don't
help
die.
cure you of your blue phobia.
Oh, it's more that it's very not happy on my screen.
Excellently.
Captain, the
The
helmsman is
pause
eating on
terrifies
this
me.
I mean, except for the sensors.
Yeah, we had the option to get better sensors, but decided to get better guns instead.
Mhm.
You know what? Not my department. Have at it.
Ah,
Wow,
but
that's a lot better than
we
I thought.
we also put points into engineering.
Oh, God bless.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So hopefully your job will be made easier and you'll have more at your disposal.
No, it won't. You guys know it won't.
You're right, because now we're just gonna throw ourselves into danger even more.
Now you guys go, oh, we have more engineering points.
Mhm.
So we can just break the ship even further and
I like
she'll
to
still
call
be
the-
able to fix it.
I like to call them engineering personnel.
Yeah, goodness. You're definitely
Don't
getting
you
mandatory
dare
time for the
people,
throw
they
counselor.
this back on
They do have
me.
feelings.
Yes.
They've got names.
Yeah,
and
these
feelings,
points have
names.
and they exist. They.
I believe
Sorry.
I believe that it's my job as the captain to treat the crew like fodder and throw them into the churn. Yes,
Yeah, you mean the scrubs, sir, as you have
precisely.
always referred to them.
Yes, unless I need something out of them.
And even when you need something out of them.
No, we.
So what
That's
you're
not
saying
correct.
is you decreased my staff.
No.
Sorry, Nog.
Hmm.
Yeah, engineering was
Not good.
definitely bumped up. I know that.
You were having issues. Does anyone else hear that? No.
Yes.
Yep, I hear it.
No.
We found out where it came from.
Cyber. That was an electronic attack.
It's on the
Not
other
scan.
side of the desk now.
Thought it was a supernova.
Oh, it may have been.
Yeah, you were having issues with Roll20 specifically showing our stats correctly with the ship.
Okay.
That sounds about right. Does anybody actually remember? I've slept since then.
Yeah,
But that does
I
sound
remember us
correct.
putting points
I
towards
wasn't
them.
here when these decisions were made.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Hey,
Okay.
congratulations, Mug.
That's exactly what I thought was going on.
Yay! Did we get a refill on antimatter and all other supplies?
Oh yes, fully stocked. Yes,
And to be fair, the crit fails were not rolled by Zergrush, they were the ship.
despite Zerg putting in a course for the Pina Colada system as opposed to the Calandra sector.
I mean, they're basically the same thing, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Is it even possible to reduce our sensors?
We didn't think so, but apparently
I mean, we accomplished it so far.
We
yes.
did it though. Good job,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
there was rationale behind this, and it wasn't to kneecap ourselves. We are going to be participating in fleet actions, and we have a specific mission, so we doubled down on what we're good at. And we're going to rely on our allies and support ships to do the scanning.
Exactly.
So we'll be fine once we actually get there. It's
Yeah.
the getting there part we might have some problems with.
You just have to have other ships tell us what to do.
Yeah, when we get there. Yeah.
Perfect.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Okay. I did write up an intro if you wanted me to read it.
Oh,
If not,
perfect.
we can skip it, because you requested everyone write intros. Hi, I'm Lieutenant Commander Ripley, Chief of Engineering on the USS Thunderchild. I am a longtime veteran of Starfleet, and the Thunderchild was my first posting after I lost my eyesight to an Andorian plague I was assisting in dealing with. I've spent the last 3 years on the Thunderchild trying to keep the ship from exploding due to everyone else's antics.
Huh. Oh,
We're
they have a
experiencing
silent
some
queue?
technical difficulties. Nog, scan.
Well,
No,
that's better.
Oh, excellent.
Anomaly
Excellent.
over.
Well done, Lieutenant. You solved it.
And then
Alright.
you said Insight Engineering?
Yeah, so you're going to roll Insight Engineering to see about the awesome, navigational sensors issues.
Okay. Would I have a focus on this or no? Would this be like a power systems thing or...
No, not a power systems
Not yet.
thing. This would be sensors. I'd even give you computer systems or navigational systems.
I have the engineering systems. Is the computer involved in that?
No, I mean that would be like power generation systems, plasma systems would all fall under engineering. This is the science, this is all the sensor systems.
Okay. Once again, that vaguely worded focus doesn't come into play. Ah!
Thori, you are still muted if you were trying to speak. All right, 2 successes. Okay, so with that roll, you
Hooray.
definitely you take a good look through the sensor systems and the navigational array, and it looks like the software for it was just not designed to work with your navigational systems. So the new sensors that they put in, which we're trying to make up for some of the lack of certain sensors that your ship started with. Well, they replaced it with sort of a budget brand sensor system anyway. So, and it just doesn't have the right software to interface. So you're going to have to write a whole new interface program. So go ahead and roll
Cheaped out on us.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll a reason engineering. But because of your good insight roll, this will you'll have a bonus to this.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll 3 dice on it.
Alrighty.
Ooh,
Then
nice.
I know I need to like click off at some point here to make sure
Correct.
this works.
After you adjust the number of dice, you just have to click out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Navigational
Our-
array is just...
Again, I know we're going forward. I just can't tell you where.
Thor, I think I need a scalp rub.
Yeah. Lieutenant, give him a scalp rub. That's an order.
Half of his head is glitching out on my screen, so
There you go.
he doesn't
yeah,
have a
little closer.
scalp to rub.
This
there
is
you go.
highly accurate,
There you go.
and it's a condition known as
Jumping. what is it?
Scalpulitis.
yes. Interphasing scalpulitis. We're looking into it.
All right. Meanwhile, crit fail and 2 successes on that. Wow.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
This sensor array will never be the same.
We are the finest
So-
that Starfleet has to offer.
Yeah, this is... So it turns out that you get some software written to interface, but really this hardware just isn't... it's not really going to cut it. At some point, you're going to have to just create a whole new navigational sensor suite. You can kind of jury-rig this into place for now. But yeah, once you get to Starbase 375, you're going to need to replace this thing. Or
Yep,
possibly
I'll,
somewhere in between.
I was about to say, I'm gonna jury rig this into place and then start reading up on navigational sensors to see if I can't just make better ones.
Yep.
That's
Because
the thing
I'm
you can do.
tired of-
our industrial replicators.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of management deciding to give us budget cuts on our sensors.
Mm-hmm. You and me both.
If it was our choice, we wouldn't have had that.
It was your choice.
No, Starfleet's choice.
It was not.
Yeah, it was not our choice.
We didn't.
They gave us
we
bigger
didn't
guns,
click,
and we're like, "Thank you."
Yeah, we didn't click the I would like cheap secondhand sensors button.
Yeah, you just reduced the quality of your sensors.
I just want to
Starfleet
say
raised the quality.
yes.
No,
Yes. We
Thori,
did.
you don't have to say anything.
When I
Tori's on my
say
side.
we, I mean not me and all of you.
I advocated for more engines.
Yeah.
you
but,
did
you know,
indeed. You
But
did.
Thori was
Yeah,
the
nobody
only
will.
one who advocated for better sensors.
It's
I mean,
all right.
I mentioned
When we're
the sensors and then said we'd probably be fine because Lieutenant Mornog is awesome. So
everyone, when we are staring down a Dominion warship, you're not going to say, "Gee golly, I wish my sensors could sense better." You're going to say, "Shoot it! Oh God, shoot it!"
I'm glad we
Gee
have
golly,
these
I wish
really
my
big
sensors
guns.
could lock onto it.
Yeah,
well,
that's
we still have our fast targeting system.
yeah, that's not included in the sensor suite.
So
Thank goodness.
yeah.
All
so we
right.
still have our fast
So,
targeting system, so we're fine.
so that's what you're going to be working on for probably the foreseeable future is this navigational array that apparently is bunk because 3 crit fails on this navigational sensor array.
Yep.
Yay!
That's
Can't wait till we
pretty
break
amazing.
another one.
Yeah. At
Hey,
least
guys.
it isn't the port nacelle.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mhm.
But
we've
say
gone
it. You
that
know, have a
far.
focus and navigational sensors.
Yeah, seriously, yes. This is. Also, if you noticed, just an observation, we have yet to roll a single crit success. Thank you, roll 20.
I've noticed that. No ones have been rolled yet, but 4 20s. Go figure.
I'm telling you, roll 20 is lightly skewed towards 20s.
Yeah, we're
Well,
on to you, roll 20.
The thing is, everybody says that, and then they start rolling physical dice and roll a bunch of 20s there.
It's because we have our microphones turned on.
Yeah. Like, there's some,
I agree. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
explanation for this weird phenomenon.
All right. So, in any
Science
case,
down there.
that is the first
Triangle
week on your
spaceships.
journey here. Second week rolls around. We'll go ahead and do another staff meeting, and we'll try to move this along a little bit and get
Another
you
staff
to
meeting?
your actual, like, Star Trek-y mission here.
It's okay. I'm going to
Yeah.
make it fast. It's
Okay.
fine. All right. Good morning, everyone. Status report on your projects. What's going on? Who needs what? Let's do this quickly. I am a busy captain today. Yes, Lieutenant Kiki.
Sir, no one showed up to my poster committee meeting.
Go figure. Anybody else?
The navigational sensors are shit
Oh, yes.
and have shit themselves.
Okay. Please do elaborate on that.
So initially the problem with them was the hardware, well, the software didn't have the right hardware connections.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went in to try to jury rig and code us a way around that, they're just not set up to deal with this type of ship
So
at all.
So the shipyards basically failed miserably in the refit. All right. Whatever you need to get them working correctly, it's at your disposal. Do you think
Probably just brand new navigational sensors, but I can try to just build us something on the way.
Okay. Do your best to get us fully operational by the time we arrive at Starbase 375, but if not, we can see what we can do once we get there. Just let
sir.
me know if you need any resources. All right.
With that in mind, actually, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt, Captain, but I am still working on the report of the Calandra sector, and so there might actually be, I might be able to discover some resources that will help us make the necessary repairs, despite the frontierness of the entirety of the sector.
Excellent. I think that's going to be a boon to all departments once that is finished.
And I will clear time on the industrial replicator calendar.
Fantastic. Also, Lieutenant Thori, this also concerns Lieutenant Kiki and Zurg, I guess Mornog as well. But we're going to begin practicing and formulating tactics against various different enemies. The Klingons, the Cardassians, and of course the Dominion, which is difficult, but we have at least a small amount of intel.
Sir,
Yes.
I've already started some simulations and run some simulations on
Fantastic.
tactically engaging those people. So I will,
All right.
submit that data before we start and make room
Excellent.
for our.
Yeah, and I have been
Collaboration.
specifically practicing with
How are you?
tactics.
Fine,
And,
thank you. Oh,
Good. I'm glad.
yes. Yes, Lieutenant
Good
Kiki.
job keeping this quick, Captain.
yeah,
Quiet, you. I'll deal with you later.
I was just gonna say, I have been working on my battle tactics for small ships. So I will begin to perhaps either create simulations for those that focus on small ship battle tactics, particularly because I do have all of that wonderful survey data from the last time we encountered a Jem'Hadar ship. So I will begin working on that.
Excellent.
As well.
Put it in a report, and we will bring it up when we convene about how to deal with our potential foes. All right. Lieutenant Mornog, do you need anything? How goes your sciencing?
I'm helping out engineering to fix the sensors. But lesson learned from the 21st century, looking at the history logs and lessons learned from Starfleet, NASA apparently had a similar situation with their sensors. Maybe we could take a lesson learned from their rule book.
I mean, we're probably
sent
dealing
a-
with the same level of technology, so yeah.
Yeah. So they sent a lander to Mars, and they just had the wrong units put into the programming, and maybe we could maybe that's all that's wrong with our systems, you know,
So it could be
just as a lesson learned.
on the programming
Oh
end.
yeah, I remember reading about that. That's how they completely missed the Martians that were already there.
Oh man, I always
Yeah.
wondered how they could do that. I mean, they were right next
I
door.
mean, it should have been
Right.
obvious, right? I mean, they were like,
They're giant triangle spaceships. How could they miss
right?
it?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, no, that's
Should've been-
that is actually quite wise. Perhaps we could glean something important. Yes, and well, if nothing else, let's get to it. Huzzah!
Huzzah.
And I'm going to go check on my snakes. Farewell, everyone.
And there's the meeting.
Okay, perfect. So after that, okay, hold on one second here. Seems like we still are having visual issues on Twitch, which isn't terribly surprising.
I officially gave up. My apologies.
Twitch.
For those currently looking at Twitch, it seems
Yeah.
that our stream is too high bandwidth for
They can't
Twitch,
handle
so
us.
next time we're just going to have to reduce the stream bandwidth. But YouTube seems to be handling it just fine.
Yeah.
so we
Yes, I have
need to
been.
be less extreme.
Apparently.
Or more extreme.
Not going to happen.
Too highbrow indeed. Yeah, next time we'll reduce it to like 30 megs from 50, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, back into the game.
Nerd.
So at the beginning of the second week here, we're going to
Got 'em.
We're going to sort of skip by your projects a little bit because about halfway into the week, well, really towards the end of the week, you guys receive a distress call. Morna, go ahead and roll an insight science, and somebody roll for sensors and yeah, sensors and
Right.
geez, what is it? Sensors and science for the ship.
Everyone just start rolling.
We got a 12.
Yeah, it's not going to cut it.
Yes,
No,
it does.
not for our sensors and science.
Oh.
Okay, but Nog rolled the 2 successes, so not too bad.
Someone's gonna die. It's not gonna be us though, right?
All right. Okay, so navigational sensors are still a little wonky, but you think that that Ripley has them working well enough that you are pretty sure where the distress call is coming from. But it appears that the Federation colony on Andraste has there we go. The Federation colony on Andraste has sent out an emergency request for help. Apparently, a comet was missed by what actually turns out what they're saying is a software glitch, and has recently impacted their moon, causing a massive rain of large debris, as well as a potential gravitational shift or tidal shift, and they need assistance immediately.
That doesn't make sense. Where'd the matter
Interesting.
go?
Well, they contacted the wrong ship.
You mean a giant crisis response vehicle?
Yeah.
Yes, wrong shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally wrong ship.
That's a misnomer. We're a death machine.
Hashtag too busy. Thanks.
Sir,
maybe we
continue
can
on. Ignore this. No.
Maybe we can shoot the moon.
Interesting. All right. How far away are we from the Andraste system?
It'd be about 2 days off course, so you could be there within, say, we'll just call it 48 hours.
Okay.
At warp
this
5.
would this would be an emergency. Would it warrant us
Yes, it
being
would.
speedy boys?
Yes, so you
Okay.
could get there in about 4 hours.
Okay. Yeah. Zerg, plot a course for the Andraste system. Let's show us the meaning of haste.
Nerd.
I'm pretty sure I know what button that is, sir.
Yeah.
All right, Zerg, go ahead and roll that control con.
Warp 9, engage.
Are there any other Federation ships that are that could potentially respond for backup or reinforcements, basically? Because
In case we need to scan anything.
Well, yeah, also that.
I feel like there's people on this planet, sir, but I can't tell you how many.
Go ahead and roll insight con for that.
One of those. I think we had a moon once upon a time.
I do think that we have the planetary survey pod for the runabout, which would be
Excellent. That's right.
better than most sensors in figuring out what's happening to the planet. Thought.
Okay, Lieutenant Thory, I want you to come up with a plan. As soon as we drop out of warp, we are going to deploy the runabout, and I want you to begin an immediate planetary survey. Nog, can you assist with that? We're going to have to do some sciencing.
We'll also prep the 4 shuttles that we have.
Indeed.
For evacuations.
And we should also ready our transporters, because I have a feeling, well, just in case, we're going to have to do some transporting.
Q, with my shuttling knowledge, would I know how effective transporters would be in a situation like this?
Theoretically, they should be just fine. You don't know of any situation that would cause a problem there.
Okay, cool.
We should also likely prep our medical facilities to take on severely injured people they may not be able to handle down on the planet.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, I will go about setting up my stuff.
Also, wait, Ripley, are you on comms right now?
I'd be down in engineering, but you can
All right.
get me.
If she's on the...
Flan to Ripley.
This is Ripley.
I know you're somewhat of an expert when it comes to tectonic oddities, but I would like if you could take some time out of your busy schedule to assist Mornog with your insight. We are answering a distress call. There is a planet that is having some issues, and I'll allow him to fill you in, but I want to have all ideas and possibilities on the table as to how we can assist these people.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Flat out. Beep, beep.
That linked up perfectly with Discord, making that exact same
Ooh.
Ooh, my.
It did.
Wonderful. Okay.
Captain, you're drinking through something invisible.
Yes. Invisible cups. So when I spill, you can't see.
It's more accurate, I think.
All right. So you guys make best speed there. Zerg managed to not roll a crit fail, which he hasn't rolled any yet, but now somebody does need to roll for the ship, being engines and engineering.
There you go, Captain. Redeem yourself.
That's better, but does that make the
I
score?
feel like now he's trying to bait out the 20s.
I am.
I
I'm
haven't
just
rolled a
looking him
crit
straight in the
fail
eye. I'm like,
yet.
He
but-
claims that he was trying to bait out some...
I was trying to give them some momentum to start.
some momentum.
But
the very
instead-
first
And we
roll,
instead gave him
crit
two
fail.
crits immediately.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
we got 5. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you actually ended up with
Yeah.
a good bit of a momentum
Yeah.
here. All right, still, you
At what cost?
succeed. 11 actually works for engines engineering, so you're good to go. All right, you guys get there about 4 hours later. What do you
4 hours later.
do? Exactly.
So immediately, like, I'm in the
Everybody
the,
immediately notices the
runabout.
posters on the wall.
Wait, posters on what wall?
Wait,
All the walls.
No, there are no posters on the walls. The
Can you
committee
remove
hasn't.
Yeah, but there were already posters there before. Did you not put
Wait.
them back up immediately after the refit? I just assumed Kiki did.
Oh well, yeah, of course, because like the posters, like scan, hail, fire, and have you scanned today are really important.
Okay, so
Okay.
I thought they had been put back up. All right.
But,
Yeah,
So
but,
yeah,
but what
everybody-
about the Gorn hang in there cat
No,
posters?
she never put those back up.
No, those I
Oh.
did.
Taking notes about the
Because
everybody's
I put
morale
them
for not having.
You
I
lost
think
some
we
brownie
need to
points with the captain,
revisit
my
this
friend.
committee on a committee thing.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
anyway.
trying to form a committee to figure out if I needed to put them back up, and then the committee never formed yet. So
That's what happens when you get a crit fail.
Q, to get back on target, can you refresh me what is going on in this planet again?
yeah. Also, because we just skipped 4 hours ahead. Can I say at least what I would start doing before we get to the planet?
Yeah, we can do
Okay.
that.
Sorry, okay, so
what was
but
everybody
Vaughn-
doing during that 4 hours en route? Starting with Vlad.
I am asking questions and setting people up, coordinating efforts to prepare our actions, our plan of attack. But I've already forgotten what is occurring on this planet.
So a comet of some sort.
Okay, that's
So a large ball of icy something has recently was missed by their sensor system. Strangely enough, also due to a
that's
software
right.
glitch. Strangely enough, and it has impacted their moon, and apparently it was big enough to cause massive debris to start raining down on the planet, as well as a shift in the orbit of the moon that has caused some tidal disruptions.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Interesting. Okay, ideas, people. Also, beep beep. Bridge to engineering.
This is engineering.
Hello, Lieutenant Commander. Just wanted to have you in on this conversation. We are formulating a plan of attack. I take it you've been brought up to speed as to what's going on, yes?
Yes.
All right, so options here. Let's hear it.
We
Not
need,
everyone at once
staff
now.
meeting?
we need to check the orbital shift of the moon to make sure it hasn't been drawn into a terminal orbit with the planet.
Good point. Lieutenant Mornog, how long do you think it will be until you can do that with our current lovely, lovely sensors?
Depending on when we actually get there, it may be several years if we're going to the wrong location right now, since our sensors are off.
Okay, nice cheeky
They're still
response.
off, aren't they?
So Captain, how do we know that we're actually going to the system, to the correct system?
We don't. We're just hoping that we are. So okay, so I can take away from this that it's going to be difficult, and we most likely will need the runabout sensor suite. Is that correct?
Do we have a
I mean, I'm
runabout?
pretty sure we're going the right way.
Okay, well that's
I don't think we have a
not
runabout.
reassuring.
So, Zerg, for you, basically what this is, how that navigational array is going to affect you, and so you can be pretty confident about everything. The way that it's going to affect you is it's going to increase your complication range, which you can set on your character sheet, and it'll be, instead of then on a 20, will be a crit fails will be on 20 and 19.
So there's complication age 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be 2.
Correct.
Gotcha. Done.
All right.
But I'm
where is
completely
this
sure we're going the
noise
right way.
coming from?
I think it's Ripley's.
I can hear it
boom
this
arm.
time.
Captain,
So it's not me.
this noise is coming from inside the ship, kitchen area.
Oh no, computer,
chef.
where's the nearest replicator?
You're ready room.
Everyone, I will be right back. I need a fresh cup of Rectigino. I will let you come up with ideas.
Cordell's is just gonna help assist Burley Churlish in getting the medical room ready in case we need to bring in a lot more people with medical issues.
So Kiki had actually had some ideas and had been talking, but also communication issues. Turns out she just wasn't speaking out loud, so it's fine.
I've had that problem before. I was talking
herself.
in my head, and apparently nobody else could hear it.
Yeah,
Been
it
there.
just happens when I get really excited about things. Not that I get excited about crises. I just never mind. Well, I guess when the captain returns, I've actually been working on a list of ships that are in the area. And nose on finger, Q. What ships, if any, are near or close-ish to the Andraste system?
Correct.
Andraste system. Yeah.
So this is the third planet of the Andraste system that you're headed towards. That's the one that's having a problem. The nearest ships, there's a few freighters that are on a trade route that's a few light years away. Other than that, there are no ships particularly nearby. The closest one would be maybe 4 or 5 days out at high warp, and that's just a small research vessel that's just scouting a nearby gaseous anomaly.
Small research vessel. Okay. So do we have the authority to order, say, a civilian freighter to redirect and assist with emergency evacuation if we would need?
It would
Do we have
need
bigger
to
guns
be
than they do?
Very, very. So yes, you can.
Yeah.
But it better be justified, or you'd have sort of hell to pay afterwards.
Yeah, we could
Yeah,
also
yeah.
simply request. I'm not certain, and I don't necessarily want to jump the gun on that because we don't know what the situation on the surface looks like yet.
Yeah, so really what I'm thinking is that really just trying to map the big picture of what's of potentially where we can pull reinforcements from. So I would like, because we're only a few hours out from the Andraste system, I would highly recommend, actually, sorry, nose on finger again, what direction are those freighters going? So if we wait till we get to the system or close enough to scan, would they be outside of our comms reach?
Insight con.
Okay.
With and this really kind of goes for everybody. If you're doing anything with the sensors and con, it's going to have an increased
Lovely.
threat range.
Okay, so complication range 2 then for the Insight
Correct.
con? Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 successes.
So the trade route, it's a little bit parallel to the way that you're going. It's off a few degrees, so it's a few light years out there. What was your specific question on this again? I'm sorry.
So basically, what I'm recommending to the captain, based on the relative position of these ships, is that we wait till we get closer to the Andraste system so we can be, scan, and see what's happening. And
To see if it's
then
even
make
necessary.
Correct, and then make the decision to perhaps make a request of the civilian freighters. But I was trying to make sure, if the freighters are going to be completely out of comms range by the time we get there, then that doesn't do us any good, and we should probably reach out to them now.
No, they'll definitely be in comms range, but these freighters aren't going to be fast enough to get there all that quickly either. These freighters don't have warp 9 engines.
Oh yeah, sure. But it's something. It seems like it would be, slightly more effective than trying to wait on, say, Federation reinforcements right now.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
I'm laying out this idea
Got ya.
to be, to everybody. So depending on what's actually happening in Andraste, and perhaps if we could get more information from you said it's a Federation colony, so if they could provide any sort of additional data, casualties, resource reports, things like that, so we
we should
spend the next
contact
few
them
hours,
now.
Yeah,
actually.
preparing properly.
Can let's open up a line with what do they call the third planet in the Andraste system? Is it Andraste 3? Are they that creative?
It is Andraste 3, yeah.
All right.
I mean, they of course have their own word for it, but it still comes through the universal translators as Andraste 3.
Fair enough. Let's get in touch with Andraste 3.
Okay.
Okay, you hail them after hailing them for about 2 minutes, a very harried and slightly actually bloody human woman appears on screen. Thank God! You're Starfleet, right?
Yes, I'm Commander Vlon of the USS Thunderchild. We received your distress signal and are currently en route at Warp 9. We will be there in approximately... How far away are we?
40 minutes.
20 minutes.
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours.
Yeah. We're gonna say you guys have only made it about half hour into your 4-hour journey there.
Yeah, because we need time to plan, guys.
Yeah, we moved back again, so you had.
Yeah, fair enough. What is the current situation on Andraste 3?
We've got large debris raining down. It's hitting just everywhere. It's unpredictable. Our sensors are apparently the software is not calibrated properly. I don't know. It's not working, and so we're unable to track all of the debris properly, and we're unable to predict its location.
Do you have any indication of the tidal movements and any population centers in the way of the tidal movements? Do you have any intel on that?
We've begun evacuating everyone from the coastlines for now. There's plenty of research data on how that's going to be affected. We're just going to have to move everyone away from the shorelines. We're expecting tsunamis on every coast at this point.
All right, send us all pertinent information. We will be prepared to both attempt to deal with the debris, the orbit of the moon, and any evacuations if necessary.
Yeah, I'll have that data forwarded to you immediately. We'll also need, if you have any portable shield generators, anything like that to help, we need that. Medical supplies. We're going to be in a bad way here.
Excellent. Well, we will assist you in whatever way we can, and contact us if you need.
Will do.
Vlon out.
All right. So... yeah, that wonderful Klingon casualty report. Okay, so she forwards you a ton of information. Like over the next hour, you get constant sensor data. Nog, go ahead and roll an insight science for me, please. Somebody roll computers science for the ship.
Did we get a name on that woman?
No.
Right.
No, you didn't.
Oh, great. You know, we really need to get names
Is it
and
in the all
positions?
relevant data package we just got?
No, it is not.
Well, you know what? Then it's not relevant.
All right. Vlon, roll for the ship.
Come on, Gary needs a new pair of shoes.
Hey! There's our first
Huzzah!
success. First nap.
Nice.
All right.
Cheers.
I'm just happy
guys.
I'm getting 2 successes. To me, that's a massive success. That's a good success.
Yeah.
All right. So, Nog, you get all of this sensor data in, and you see, yeah, there is some seriously bad software code going on, because the sensor data you're getting, it doesn't make any sense. And so you're not sure that the data that you've got from them is going to actually be helpful, that there's anything you can do with it to prepare. Basically what it's saying is the entire moon is going to collide with the planet in like 2 hours, which can't be possible, not from a small impact. Also, like, there's debris raining, it seems to be everywhere, and the sensor readings are showing it flying in directions that don't make any sense from this. There's nothing about it really that makes sense.
Captain, we have a problem. We definitely have a problem.
Okay, please do elaborate.
We may need to put a team on this. to analyze all this data, but it doesn't make sense. The moon may be crashing into the planet within the next few hours.
Oh
And-
my.
Yes, we have a very serious situation here. We need a team to dissect all this data to really figure out what's going on.
All right. Well, this is our mission. You have all of our resources at your disposal. Just out of curiosity, does anybody have any idea as to a tractor beam's effectiveness in this regard? Would we be able to correct and stabilize the orbit of the moon with our current tractor beam?
I've
Well,
done
Captain, the
similar
real
things
problem
in
is
the past.
the werewolves.
Petty officer, I have no
Well,
idea
I mean,
what even you're talking
the
about.
moon is affected, and because of the extra influence of the moon, there's going to be extra werewolves down
Oh,
there on the
God.
surface, sir.
Okay, we'll deal with that when it happens. Lieutenant Commander, you were saying?
I've done a similar thing in the past, sir.
Insight engineering from Ripley, Thori, and Nog.
Do I get a focus since literally in my backstory I encountered exactly this problem?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Werewolves.
Oh, Ripley
indeed.
got her focus.
Well, I mean,
Good job.
obviously, sir.
And
You said
Zerg,
engineering.
Yes, Insight engineering. Zerg, you will get a werewolf focus.
Oh, wonderful.
Huzzah.
Yes.
We're doing good so far. Well,
A lot of nothing
now
there.
we're not because
Thori showed up. And
Aw.
So
around.
Ripley and Nog, you know that if it's as minor as it sounded, as okay, the orbit of the moon was shifted, but it doesn't, because it didn't sound like she was immediately concerned about it crashing into the planet, just causing tidal problems. Then theoretically, yes, if you have time, a good lot of time, then a tractor beam and a warp field can adjust the moon's orbit a small amount and can restabilize it if necessary.
Okay. All right. If nothing else, perhaps if it's in an extreme decaying orbit, maybe we can arrest that enough to wait for other Starfleet vessels to come and put it back into place.
with
Cool.
the tractor beam.
Yes. You know, the more the merrier. When our powers combine. All right.
so was anyone?
I mean, tractor beams really aren't my thing, but explosives are. Can't we just like blow it up into like smaller pieces?
That's true. If you get rid
And
of the
bring
moon,
more
you
debris
won't have any
down on the
werewolves.
planet?
Yeah.
yeah. See,
The moon?
if we make it into the actual moon or the
Yes,
comet that
this is
crashed
the.
in- Okay.
We're dealing with the actual moon now. The comet created this issue. Also.
Okay, we probably don't want to just destroy their moon.
All right. So.
Or-
It would solve a lot of
Technically, the
problems.
mass is all in the same location.
Yeah, I
so-
was gonna say it is the third planet in the Andraste system, so perhaps we can just do a little swapsies.
Yeah, they might have like a spare moon that isn't infected.
No.
Okay, I will go back to the drawing board. So
That's secondary or tertiary method at best. Hopefully we can stabilize it. Also, we have a lot of debris falling down to the surface of the planet. Lieutenant Commander, how many spare shield generators can we send them? Also, are there any interesting techniques that either Mornog or you or anybody else can think of to intercept and deal with all of the debris?
How many shield generators do we have?
I mean, you can put together about 100 portable shield generators. The problem's going to be more about making those effective for larger than, say, like 100 square meters.
Yeah.
Well, there was this one game I used to play, sir, called Asteroids, where you had to like shoot all the asteroids as they came down. So what if we use lasers, sir?
Okay.
Well, actually,
that's
that-
actually not too terrible of an idea. We could test out
Yeah.
our.
kind of on the laser front, but also, does Andraste have any sort of like planetary defense system that could be activated?
They do.
I
Excellent.
I think the
Ion
problem
engine.
is their planetary defense system works off of their sensor system, which is currently shot.
Bingo.
All right, so is there any way that we can network their planetary defense system with our runabout and use it as its eyes?
The runabout is good for planetary scans, not scans in the surrounding space.
We
So
may
we
be
can
better off
diagnose
attempting
problems.
to link it with the
Sending a repair team.
well, yes, but short term it may be better off attempted to link with our rapid fire targeting system, which is good at finding small,
That is
decently metallic things.
that
like
is
a moon would
an
be?
excellent idea. All right. Do we have the specs for their system or any of the information about it in the data that's been sent?
Specs for their system,
Yeah.
or so their defense system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do. I mean,
So
it's an old but fairly standard planetary defense system. Basically, a bunch of phaser emplacements to actually, defend against debris of this type, but also, a possible invasion, say 50 years ago, because it certainly wouldn't do anything now. It's a pretty old system, but it absolutely could be used against debris.
Well,
if they could
excellent. I
target
mean, the more the merrier. Ripley, if you could bring up that system and see if you think that we could network it and use our targeting system and sensors as its eyes, then we can do that and use our own phaser banks as well, prospectively, to blast all the tiny bits into dust.
Yeah, just like asteroids.
Just like asteroids.
I guess what role would it be to look into their systems and that kind of thing?
Insight engineering.
Just as a... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you want to get Kiki's assistance, Kiki could assist on that with some insight tactical.
I was going to say, because I ran a bunch of different tests on our weapon systems, and looking back at not only just the initial reports of how our phaser banks work, but also the war games that we conducted back at, kind of around Deep Space Nine. You probably should have moved a little further away.
Oh, yes. I remember.
Yes. Our phasers, they can go, they can still hit targets at like a long range, but it does get far more difficult. So our phasers do perform best at a medium range, somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 miles, clicks, whatever. And so just
Strategic space units.
A metrics issue in software.
Also, nautical miles are different than regular miles. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also that.
Might I recommend that we not fire our space-based orbital lasers at a planet, even as an attempt to defend them on the off chance we miss?
If we angle ourselves so we aren't shooting.
Aren't the rocks going to hit them anyway, though?
Towards the planet. That's
We're going to position ourselves at least, if the planet is here and the asteroids are going, wee, we're going to get like here and then go pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, the other direction.
I think the goal is to network first, then assist from there.
Exactly, more guns in more places.
Yeah, I was just saying that our guns may or may not be as useful as we think they might be, but Lieutenant Thori does have a point, or Vaughn, whoever just said that, but more guns. I always like more guns.
Excellent. All right, well,
that was insight engineering.
Let's get to work on that and see what we come up with.
Correct. Insight engineering.
Sean, do you want me to roll? Key, do you want me to roll anything?
Fuck.
Sorry. Can we spend a momentum to re-roll that?
Hey, I did.
Yeah, we
I
do.
did.
have
You
five
do.
momentum.
I did technically order her to do it. Can I use my advisor to make her re-roll it?
Only in combat time.
No!
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Jeez.
Hey guys, I got us a 1.
Yeah, a 1 and a 20.
That's great. I would ask
All right.
if I was assisting, but I guess it doesn't really matter right now. That's
I
fine.
said I was going to get your assistance, so you get a roll, right?
Yeah, and Kiki, you can roll insight security.
Just don't get another 20.
One dice, I think.
And somebody roll computers engineering for the ship.
I got this.
Blonde.
Do I get a focus on this, Q?
Yes, you do.
Sweet.
Womp womp.
Captain, I've been thinking. I think Zerg is incorrect. It's nothing like
It's just
asteroids. It's
one-
more like
one
missile
die when you
command.
assist.
Oh, whoops. Okay, well, both of them were
It's fine,
successes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 successes and a crit fail. All right.
I'm assuming we can't spend our momentum to re-roll that.
No. It's pretty rare that I would let you do that.
Fair enough.
Especially because of Vlan's or various different abilities to allow people to reroll.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, it would sort of cheapen those abilities. Let's see here. Okay, so you can do it, but it's going to take a while. So yes, you figure out how to link it. The problem is that it's very ingrained into their sensor suite, and so getting it, it would basically require you rewriting their software as well in order to make that happen. So it would take you a good, say, day or possibly 2,
Yeah,
depending on how messed up
Okay.
everything is, in order to link them.
Yeah, so I think our better option in that case is to simply beam down, once we get, into orbit, beam down a engineering, sensor repair team and try to see what we can do from there.
Yeah. Ripley, can you put together a team for that then and brief them?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Also, we'll coordinate with Chief Sekuhug and get various portable shield generators ready to send down to them in case they need. Yeah, anything else?
The portable shield generators, as the ones that we have on file to replicate, they're not big enough, or not. They're like fine size wise, but like what they can project.
Well,
needs to be
as a backup, I
more
want
surface
you to consider that you're on the surface of a planet and a chunk of debris is about to smash you, and you're within said radius. It would be nice to have a shield generator, yes?
Yes. Do you want me to replicate them as is, or do we want to make modifications?
I'll leave that to your discretion.
I'll replicate them as is then.
Let's see. One more note, though. Now that we have all of this data and everything, and with the radius or space that the shield generators can cover, should we send a message to the planetary government to try, if they're unable to activate people, unable to evacuate people, that they should say, like, kind of condense them into, say, a city, so that it'll be easier to protect more people. Generally, it's not what you
Yeah.
want to do when debris is falling, because that means more people will die. But
shield generators
Shield
offer
generators.
quite a bit of help with that. No, we need to coordinate with them on their evacuation effort just in case there are clusters of people that they cannot get out of the way, and then we can assist.
correct.
But yes, that's a good question. I don't know. As long as they have shield generators, I guess. Because you really don't want to get a whole lot of people and then just have them smashed. Be very messy.
That would be very messy.
The other thing is the power. Do they have the infrastructure to power the shield generators?
That's another good concern. You
Or
do
will they?
now. Do you have the portable battery mounted on the runabout?
No, the planet. I was going to prep the planetary survey to give us accurate data of
excellent.
what's happening to the planet.
Is-
But we can bring the power generator down. But then again, depending on the surface area that they want where they want these shields, it's not going to be able to power 100 shields spread out across the planet.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
I was
assume.
thinking that we wouldn't necessarily have to spread them across the planet. I mean, surely, while this is a decently populated planet, it's probably condensed into a few major cities or so. So perhaps we can just send a cluster of shield generators to each city. And
I would guess that they want the shield generators to protect. That's a guess. I'm going to prep the planetary survey pod and the 4 shuttles. You guys decide what to put on them, and I'll bring them down.
Is there a reason we're guessing when they already sent us a bunch of information?
Teleporters, transporters.
That's that's an
I
extremely good point,
don't want to
Zerg.
interrupt, but why are we guessing when they sent us all this information?
Yeah.
I mean, they did, right? I think
did.
I was there for that. So why are we guessing?
So, what does the data, in an effort to meet the need, replicate the shield generators to meet the planet's needs, what does the planet need from the data we got sent?
Okay, so the only data that is absolutely wrong is the sensor data. So you guys kind of,
Right.
or Nog at least, sort of took all the sensor data and tossed it out. But as far as what their planetary response is mostly chaotic.
that's what I was looking at was the
they
planetary
are-
response and all of that stuff.
They have attempted to get everybody into any underground shelters that they have, which were not many. It's a fairly rural planet in general. So it's decently spread out. There are a few major cities, but they were trying to spread people out to prevent as much loss of life as possible in any particular collision. One of the things that their biggest fears right now are mostly as far as the coastlines go, because they're more worried about the tsunamis than they are about the actual impacts, because there's nothing, as far as they're concerned, there's nothing they can do if a large piece of rock hits one of the major cities, but they can at least evacuate people off of the coastlines for now. Is how they're currently handling things.
Do we also have to deal with a lot of pregnant people?
Excellent question.
Because if
It's a
so,
rural
I feel like
community
we
and
should
there's
get.
not a lot to do.
I feel like we should get a bonus if we do.
This is a
Because we have
straight
dealt with this
get a
before.
bonus?
This is the same issue we had before.
yeah.
Second question: will the shield generators that we send them, can they power them, and will they work for what they want?
You can integrate into their power systems, but there's zero telling how long their power systems will hold out. They get a couple hits on different generator areas, different like plasma dispersion blocks, things like that. There's no telling. So you absolutely cannot count on their power grid.
Do the the crisis response portable generators not have built-in power systems?
They are, but they'll only last a couple hours. So
Right, but
you
that's
have
enough to at least
battery-
get us started.
Correct. So you have batteries that go with the generators, but they'll only get you a couple hours at best.
Okay, well, then we better evacuate quickly.
Yep.
All right. My second question: are the shield gonna cut it? Generators gonna cut them? Cut it as is?
Depends on what you're trying to do.
What they want, basically, to protect these shelters that they are wanting these shield generators for said shelters, right?
I mean, they never
The
specific.
shelters are underground.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we need to
shelters
figure
are
out what
underground.
they're being used for, to decide whether they're going to be useful.
Well,
So again,
after-
wouldn't it make more sense to put the shield generators where their power places are, so the power keeps working?
That's actually
No.
what I was about to say. Zerg.
I mean, again, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm trying to figure out how the science stuff works.
Yeah. Well, see, part of the problem is that I've gone through their crisis response, up to this point, because that was included in all of the data that they sent, and it is incredibly chaotic. They're mostly just in panic mode, and so we are going to. I would suggest sending a list of recommended uses, to the planetary government versus just asking, hey, where do you want us to put these? Because that's going to take way more time to get an actual answer.
Okay. I'll replicate them.
Yep, you do that. We gotta get him.
Excellent. Do we have any ideas on how to arrest the momentum of a giant body of water?
Giant body of water. Well,
To arrest, like,
Honestly, sir, I think we might want to just focus on minimizing the loss of life from the tsunamis rather than trying to mitigate the tsunamis themselves.
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't know if any of you had any interesting sciencey techniques.
The planetary survey pod might give us more information.
Ripley, go ahead and roll insight engineering with a focus.
I'm pretty good with energy systems. Can't we just like fire our entire phaser bank array into the ocean and
evaporate
evaporate
their
it?
water.
just evaporate it. They don't need it anyways.
Oh,
I,
You can't
Captain.
drown in water that doesn't exist. I mean,
Exactly.
that sounds like science to me.
yeah. I mean, we might as well just
I mean, that's like all kinds of
fire a
scientific-
spread of torpedoes at it.
I mean, we do have torpedoes, and I am pretty good with it.
That sounds scientific. I'm just
Captain,
saying.
taking technology from the 21st century, why don't we just use the same concept of noise-canceling headphones and provide a
So
equal...
we can't hear them when they start dying? I mean, that sounds cold. I don't know.
But
I don't think that's what
anti-frequency
you're asked to
to the
do.
wave.
Anti-frequency to the wave.
Magicians, get on it.
So theoretically, what would that do to the wave?
Minimize
So if
it, null
you
it.
crash another meteoroid into the ground, like the other side,
Reverse
you know,
the polarity of the asteroid.
For every asteroid that
Yes.
hits, we also shoot near that asteroid to create a wave that will
Okay.
cancel out.
Now
Okay.
we need to fit the word tachyon into there somewhere.
All right.
Right. We need to use our deflector rays.
There
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
deflector
that's
dash.
yeah, but we're good.
All right.
I don't see how this plane can
okay.
fail.
Lieutenant
So,
Commander, I liked your idea most of just yes. Let's get to work.
Ripley, you remember sort of from your childhood that they had things that they did to deal with, when they were going through all those massive earthquakes for like what 50 years at a time.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, they had to deal with tsunamis from that, and what they would do is put up, large barriers and potentially, force fields to absorb the impact.
That doesn't sound right.
So seawalls.
Yeah, but huge.
Yes, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
okay.
but tsunami size.
I mean, or possibly
Captain.
the Trident of Atlantis. Find one.
Maybe we could possibly transport the water out.
To space?
I have focus in transporters.
To the moon.
That's amazing.
what moon?
Well, they still
How
have
many-
a moon.
How many
Well,
major
see,
cities?
see, the moon is cracking up, right? So
are
if we
on this
soak it in
planet?
a bunch of water, then it won't crack.
Oh, right. That'll fix the
It'll be
tidal
mud.
lock.
Yeah, see, and that'll prevent the werewolves.
Because that's our true goal here, preventing the werewolves.
Okay, okay.
How many
Very
major
important.
cities are on this planet?
I mean, you have to define major city, but I would say about 50.
Okay.
How
It's
many of
small,
them are
but no one will listen.
coastal?
47.
Water's important.
Right, but
Yeah.
like of your
So-
50 major cities. Okay.
And then they got the one capital in the middle. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Luckily, it's one of the two that aren't, or one of the three that
How many
aren't.
generators would it take to protect one of these cities?
Seeing as most of them are on the coast, I kind of take back my original statement of sending the shield generators to the cities. Unless we're going to project the shield generators against the sea.
that sounds
You can
like
do
that's
it.
what was being done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds actually.
I don't know if our shield generators are the type that can say stop a tsunami, as the ones on my home planet were very large
Yeah, I don't.
that's-
I,
and coupled with an intensive seawall infrastructure. which
also, I
don't
think
think this planet has.
the primary concern here is the moon
Correct.
as well.
Well,
This
yeah.
is very much so a secondary thing, and I don't think that we're going to have the power and, just capability to tackle all of these things at once. Yeah.
One more question. Do we have the seawall shields on pattern available for the replicators?
You know what? Somebody roll computers engineering for the ship. Let's find out.
I got it.
All right, 2d20 from Captain Vaughn.
Shoom. Shoom.
Oh, wow.
It's just one, but
just one. Okay,
let's see,
14 then.
computers engineering.
I'm sorry, my bad.
I think that passes.
So we're counting the 7, right?
Yeah, 14. No, I'm pretty sure 14 has it anyway. You guys have a decent computer system and now a decent engineering staff.
And sensor system.
No, your computers are a 10. That's a 13. You missed it by 1. No, you don't have them. You don't have the pattern.
It's all right. I think that would be a waste of resources anyway. That would be an immense amount of energy to produce an unbelievably massive amount of things to even attempt at arresting a tsunami, when the biggest concern is going to be putting our energy into stopping a moon from falling out of orbit.
And into the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Usually,
according to their sensor data, is going to happen technically before we even arrive. So that's fun.
All right, so does everybody agree? Primary concern, moon. Secondary concern, transportation of vulnerable citizens in high-density population areas. And then if we can... Oh, also, the shooting... We're going to play Missile Command, yes, or asteroids, whichever you prefer.
I believe Missile Command is the...
More accurate, yes. Also, Lieutenant Mornog, just in case we need to do a lot of transporting, we may need your assistance with that. You are highly adept at it, yes?
Yes, I could do this. I could do this. As I say in the famous words of what's his face from Star Trek, the last one.
Yeah,
Chekhov. Yeah.
Also, we might need to get there like half an hour sooner than we could actually possibly get there. So if you could, like, do some kind of timey-wimey stuff.
Well,
Are
actually,
we already going warp 9 or?
Yes, we can.
Still.
Zerg, how much do you think we can push it?
Oh, I think we can go really fast, sir.
Yeah?
We can go, like, really fast.
Yeah, you want to go really fast?
Oh, yeah.
Because I kind of want to go really fast.
I mean, that is why they put the racing stripes on the side of the ship, right, sir?
I know, right? I specifically requested that.
Did we put racing stripes on the side of our ship?
Yes, we did.
I mean,
They may be
clearly.
small, but they're there.
They only show up when you go really fast.
So small they couldn't see it when they refitted.
But yes, you're currently going 875. You can go 925.
Zerg, maximum warp, engage.
All right.
Okay.
925.
As soon
Is this with the additional complication or just a normal?
No, it's still additional complication for navigation.
Huzzah!
Yep.
What's his name? Biggity
And then
bam.
Ron
Oh,
rolled
my
for the ship.
man.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be engineering engines. Okay.
No assistance.
At least it was a 17 and not an 18.
Or
sorry,
19 or 20.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, you guys will be there now in about 2 hours. Theoretically, just before the moon maybe crashes into the planet. Who's to say?
Where are we gonna be?
You're the one that says.
We're going to be not between the moon and the planet because that would be bad.
Right.
Yes.
But where are we gonna be if our sensors? Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just looking out the window.
Awesome.
That's great. That's great.
All right, so you guys have 2 hours left to prepare. What's everybody doing for that? Starting with Vlon.
Haha. Yeah.
Staying out of the way. Got it.
Yep.
Should we end with Vlon? Because Vlon usually tries to assist people. So if he
That's
knows
true.
what everyone else is doing, then he could decide who would be the person to assist.
That is fair. Ripley, what are you doing for 2 hours?
Putting together an engineering team to take care of their sensor problem and coordinate distribution of facilities on the planet.
Perfect. Okay, go ahead and roll reason engineering. And I'll give you a focus again.
Hey, look, I did this before.
You have. All right, cool. You do that. Thori, what are you up to?
I'm basically prepping the tactical runabout with the planetary survey pod and replicating shield generators and putting them onto our replicating shield generators and prepping the 4 shuttles.
Okay, so you don't actually have to replicate the shield generators. You have 100 of them in the flight bay.
Okay.
You were prepped for actually this kind of stuff, strangely enough. I
Right.
know, it's such a surprise.
Strangely enough. Yeah. Basically, ready to launch when we get out of warp.
Okay, cool. You get the shuttles prepped and the planetary survey pod onto your runabout. Perfect.
Yep.
Nog, what are you up to?
Assisting to try to get something out of our sensors. I've been trying to repair something out of our sensors with engineering.
Okay, I mean, that's pretty much taken care of. There's not anything more that you guys can really do about it. The hardware just doesn't really work with your systems. You need new hardware. So unless you want to start building some, which that's not really a top priority now, I don't think. But I'm sure Ripley would appreciate it if you started building a new sensor suite. Though maybe not right this moment.
Okay, then I'm going to analyze our sensor data to try to get us to the right spot. If it's offset, then I'm going to try to get the offset to the right spot. Reverse the offset.
Go ahead and roll Insight Science.
Oh boy. My rolls have been really good lately.
Dude, you got this. You got this.
I believe in you.
Alternate timeline.
All right.
All right. So yeah, you do that. You make sure that you guys are actually on the correct course. You appear to be. There doesn't seem to be any problems, and you've maybe refined your warp out point to take a little bit less time to get into position to help. So we'll get you in there a little bit closer. All right, then Cordell, what are you up to?
I'm assisting Burley with preparing all the medical stations and such, just in case.
Nice. Go ahead and roll. Let's go with Presence Medicine.
Oh, presence.
Yeah.
All right.
You're a freaking therapist. You must have presence.
Exactly.
I got 2 successes
Hey.
out
look
of
at
1
that.
dice. So yeah.
There's
You are-
another.
Oh wait,
map.
wait, no, that was a 2. I accidentally had focuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
just one
also
thing, guys.
Charlish. Aren't you rolling for Cordell?
I am Cordell. They just didn't change my name in Roll20,
Oh, okay.
or I didn't. I'll fix
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's on you.
I love how
We're
you
good.
blamed they.
Yeah, they're the space wizards. It's fine.
hmm
Next.
Yeah, so you assist, you help Burley and the rest of your medical staff get everything ready to go. They are surprisingly on top of things. You don't recognize some few new faces there, but they really seem to know what they're doing down in Medbay right now.
All right.
So they're up on
Burley
the
and
flight
Flamboyant.
staff, getting like just an entire triage center all ready to go. Things are looking good.
Nice.
All right, Kiki, what are you up to?
Mainly just coordinating I would be coordinating with Miguel as chief of security to ensure, different security protocols for the teams that we're dispatching down to the planet. Probably staging a couple security details in the flight bay to help, medical staff, all of that stuff. And then besides all of that, just, managing and delegating. I would be, let's see, with all of the data that we have.
So, quick question. Are we under changeling protocols? Like, because I don't know
Officially, I
where we
don't think
are
so.
in the timeline. Because I remember, like, at some point, Cisco was like, "Everybody gets screened to see if they're a changeling in Starfleet."
That's
I
more
don't know
you
of
mean
a. So that's more of a starship by starship thing. So everybody has been screened at some point, but during your tenure at Utopia Planitia there, but no, nothing super strict. You guys are not at war with the Dominion.
Yeah,
Okay.
and trying to screen a bunch of, refugees would be a lot. So you know what? Actually, what I'm gonna do. So after I coordinate with Miguel for security details, both on planet and the ship, and flight bay and all that stuff, I'm going to try to dig into the data on Andraste's planetary defense system.
Okay. What are you
Um,
looking for?
so I'm just trying to because while I am certainly no engineer, I am really good with, weapon systems and um well, starship energy systems. But yeah, I am good with weapons at least. So I would like to try to understand like the capabilities of the outdated planetary defense system, and like what a potential interface would look like, basically, because everything I can get from all of the data that was sent over from the planet is that everything is in chaos. And so I am not expecting them to have, just a well-trained, group of people waiting around, just waiting for this defense system to come online. Um, so, so yeah, so I would like to try to learn it, basically, just in case I am the one who ends up using it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Insight Security.
Insight security. Do I have a focus on this?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Excellent.
Hey, 2 successes.
Well done.
All right. Okay, so yeah, you spend the 2 hours getting familiar with their planetary defense system. And get up to speed with that. You're pretty confident by the time you get there that you can totally go missile defense with it, or missile command with it, if the sensors worked.
Heck yeah. All right. Sensors, we need you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, Zerg, what are you up to?
Oh, I boot up a clone of Missile Command on my console and I'm playing.
You
All
got a
right,
freaking emulator on your console.
Roll
course I
Control
do.
Con.
Oh, God.
Con.
Control con.
And I've got Starship Pilot. Haha. It's been a while. I'm a bit rusty.
Yeah, you're like slowly tapping at it, getting there. You lost a city already, though. So
Not a good sign. Not a good sign. I'm looking
Can
over
I
your
roll
shoulder.
with your stories on the high score list?
sure, roll Control Con.
Nice. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nice.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
you are. You are on the high score list for missile command on the Helm tactic or the Helm console. Well done. All right. With that, let's go ahead and take another short break here. Brief intermission, and then we'll come back to you guys warping into the Andraste system.
Yeah.
All right. We will be right back. And we're back. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do we are entering the system, nearing Andraste 3, and you guys will get to scan, hopefully ask a bunch of questions, and then after you guys analyze the situation a bit, we're actually gonna call it a day there, and we will pick this back up next week with hopefully the rescue of the colony of Andraste 3.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the rescue of the people we send down there.
That is
Probably.
I mean, historically
is
speaking, that
definitely
hasn't gone
potential.
well.
All right, go ahead. I assume as soon as you warp in, first thing you do is scan.
Yeah.
And you have
You
a
have too much
science
faith in us.
officer for that. So,
Imposters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scanning.
Zerg. Not
I'm
Zerg.
also
More Nog.
launching the runabout with the tactical pod on it. Not the tactical pod, but the
the
planetary survey pod.
Yeah.
Who's piloting it?
That would be me, hopefully.
Or Eric.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something that Vaughn would approve because I submit my missions for approval.
No,
So
I
then-
gave you, I gave you discretion to
Yeah, he basically gave you
to
carte blanche.
run your operation,
Sweet.
man.
Then I'm definitely on there with Aragon. No, with I'm
Probably
actually
a
really sent
sensor
some engineering
technician.
people
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go with a sensor
instead
tech.
of Murnog. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so you are piloting it. You've got a sensor tech operating your sensor pod. Cool, great. Let's start with Morinog, control science. Somebody roll sensors science for the ship. Being Lon.
I will be right back.
And
Boom.
can I run my sensors through the pod, through the shuttle?
It's no good.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have the shuttle run the sensors, since that's probably better than the ships. At this point.
Well, no. So you're rolling for the ships. Your technician's going to roll for the sensor tech, who's actually an engineer, is going to be rolling for the runabout.
And
Right, I
it's
want the
very
runabout to scan, since it's still probably better.
Yeah,
than
no,
what the ship's
you'll
got.
get to analyze the data that comes back from that.
Okay.
But first, I just need you to scan with the ship, so you have like the general.
Insight
situation.
science.
No, control science in this case.
Sorry, the rain started and my cactuses are outside.
Ah,
Oh,
space
that's a
cacti.
lot.
Unsurprisingly, your sensors are terrible.
shoo-wee. We did a
It's
good
not a
job.
crit fail. It's not
Yeah.
a crit fail.
Hey guys,
Zerg,
remember those
go up to the window.
sensors we definitely didn't need to be as good as they were?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I stand
All
by.
So
Gotta go to
yeah, you get in there. You do a scan. Oh boy, I'm gonna let you guys just sort of take a kind of automatic success here, but it just takes you a few extra minutes to do. So go ahead and you guys can ask any number of questions that you want about the situation. Well, I say that, but I'm going to limit each of you to a maximum of 3 questions. That's still
Okay.
a lot of questions.
So, moon, debris, tides,
Werewolves.
werewolves.
It's important.
It is very, very important. I agree.
Where are we in relation to this catastrophe?
So you are...
Not instigating. That's a step up.
That one,
That's right.
because of your problem with the navigational sensors, that one's actually going to require another roll, which you guys can go ahead and do. Zerg, go ahead and do an insight con roll.
It's that con. And this is with the complication, yeah?
Correct.
And no focus because I'm just what am I doing?
Correct. You're just trying to get your
Okay.
coordinates.
Fair enough. All right. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's
I,
2 crit fails
yeah.
in this case.
I don't know where we're. No.
Wow.
I can't quite see through the window, sir. There's kind of a bit of a smudge up there. If we could send somebody to clean the smudge off the glass, or that would help me out a lot.
Yeah.
So you pop in. Mornog actually really tuned up your course to where you guys popped in fairly close on the system. Unfortunately, your navigational sensors sort of kind of auto-corrected that and put you for some reason on the other side of the solar system. Like with the sun basically directly between you and the planet. So, and it was more of a, your navigational sensors didn't know where the planet was in its orbit at the time. It was completely thrown off. So you're fairly close in to the orbit, but on the opposite side of the sun.
All right, Zerg,
impulse engines can get us there.
Yeah, plot a course, maximum
There
impulse.
appears to be a sun in the way, sir.
Yeah, drive space forward around the sun.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I gave you
I
the
can do that.
detailed map of where to be in relation to the falling bits onto the planet. We want to be
So not between the moon and the planet is what we're aiming for.
not
right?
exactly. Maybe a little bit off to the side, just a little bit space right.
Yeah.
Okay, maximum
I can do
impulse.
And we
right,
have established for certain that your navigational sensors are completely awful.
They're the new port in a cell.
Yeah.
All right, so it's control con,
Yep, it's control con, and it's gonna
but
be.
this is pilot. But this is
Yes.
piloting, so I got my focus. Yeah. All right.
Correct. You have your focus, but also you're still gonna have your increased.
Even with the complication,
there you go.
I can totally go forward.
You pilot
Yeah.
that
Nice.
ship.
Spaceport is the way to
Space
go.
forward.
Nice.
So
So,
I think
yeah.
Vlon officially speaks Zergresh navigation speak.
Okay, you get the course corrected, and it takes you another 15 minutes, so you're a little bit behind schedule here. But the planet is now on view screen, and you can officially get a real scan of what's going on here.
I can see it now through the window, sir.
Yep, so can I. Good job, Zerg.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
All right,
So-
let's scan and do stuff.
Questions away.
I'm afraid to ask another one now.
Don't fear it, just embrace it.
Let's see here.
I mean,
What is the status of the moon in relation to the planet?
I think that's far too specific for our sensors.
What is
I mean, is it
your favorite color?
is it moving towards the planet in a way that indicates it's going to crash into said planet?
Yeah.
What
What's
is
our
the
operational
status
window
of
here?
the?
Yeah.
The moon is definitely not in its correct orbit. Any more information will require the planetary survey pod to collect that.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
sensors just aren't good enough to really sort it out.
So this is a survey, or our
But it does not
scan
look like it's
of the-
immediately in danger of crashing into the planet. Like you can
So
tell
it's not
that.
in a completely destabilized orbit. It's just
It's
out
just
of
not
where
in
it's
its
supposed to
proper
be.
orbit, but you can't tell whether or not it's a stable orbit with your current
Okay.
sensors.
So pairing that, or really, I guess referencing that, cross-referencing that with the data that the planet provided us, they said the moon was going to crash. So it hasn't yet. So that's good, right?
Yes,
Their
that is
sensor
good.
data
You
said
know
that
for
you
sure.
knew was corrupted.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yep.
Okay.
But yes, I would say it's a good thing that the moon didn't go.
Yes, I would say so too. So is this a? Because I was popping back and forth, communication issues again. This is a sensor scan of the system or of the planet. Like,
yes.
Okay, cool. Can we get any sort of like population, heat map, basically? Where clusters are of people and whatnot.
Well, didn't they all go underground? Wouldn't that interfere?
Well, only a few people went
No,
underground.
only some of them. Yes, so
Oh, okay.
you can. Ooh, that's gonna be another scan, or another roll, just because your sensors are terrible. So somebody go ahead and roll, or Nog, go ahead and roll Insight Science, and then somebody roll Computer Science for the ship.
I got this.
Do it.
You're not got this.
Okay, Vaughn.
How many 19s are you gonna roll?
I know. Legit. That's like what, three back-to-back
in a row.
And then before that, you rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Rolling hot.
That's great. All right, so that's okay though, because Nog rolled his too. All right, yeah. So you get a population heat map. It's actually pretty easy to bring that up. You see basically all along the coastlines, like some large dots, and then some strings, and then large, dots of population centers all around these coastlines. It's a fairly aquatic world, so almost everybody is on a coastline. It's about, say, 83-85% water. So it's like
good. So it's not going to hit the mainland. Good.
Yeah. So pretty much every place is coastline.
Okay, cool. That was my question.
Ripley, you
Awesome.
are muted.
Sorry. Looking at the topography and with my history growing up on a planet that actually dealt with this a lot, is this like Japan where it's a fairly mountainous area with just a lot of coastline, or is this like barrier islands that are decently low-lying land overall?
All of the above. I mean, it's still an entire planet. Like, there's some that are volcanic ranges, some are not.
Okay. Engineering questions. Would our sensors be able to tell us where, like, intimate tsunami strikes are about to occur so that we can alert the appropriate cities?
Imminent?
The nearest
It would be
one.
very intimate as well. Very highly personal.
It would become intimate, yes.
It would become very intimate. Yes.
You're gonna
Where's
need the
story
data
on
from
this?
the survey pod for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Which we will in short order acquire.
Will our transporters work?
Sure.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, who knows what's going on here?
Lunar interference.
It's the same thing that causes the werewolves.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Obviously.
And, yeah.
Yeah, what about the large chunks of debris?
I was about to ask about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about them?
Yeah, what about them? What about
Can we?
Can
Wait.
we map out large chunks that would need to be destroyed with our phasers?
Yeah.
Is that included in this roll, or is that like a separate targeting thing?
Well, I'm waiting for a real question I can
Yeah.
answer there.
Well, Kevin's really good with the questions.
Help us, Kevin.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we can see the chunks coming from the moon. They're not going to instantly hit. Can we try to map out likely chunks
There
coming
are
from the moon that we
chunks
would have to
hitting
destroy?
the planet that you are watching right this moment.
Oh.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So we should do that now. If we're going to do that now, we should do that now. Like now. Right now.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay. Well, can we can we determine, I don't know, like the number of the incredibly large chunks? Because obviously there's probably a bunch of super tiny pieces. Because
I mean, we could stop
Yeah.
and count them, or we could just shoot them out of the sky.
Well, hey, first
Well, I
things
was trying
first. Shields up. Charge the phaser banks. Let's get ready.
I mean,
to
we could
test.
have like a committee
Captain,
about
are
it,
you
but
saying
that might
red
be too
alert?
late.
Okay,
Great
really,
idea.
you're-
Red alert.
I don't know why you didn't show up for the committee
Yellow-
meeting.
yellow will
Okay.
do.
You
Yellow
took
alert,
down my
yeah.
poster. It was fantastic.
Okay. Well, we were supposed to talk about that at the
Tactical,
committee
tactical.
meeting.
I don't believe this
Tactical.
is the time.
Tactical.
Lieutenant Kiki.
Yes, I'm sorry, Captain.
Yellow alert. Charge. Get them phasers ready to fire.
Phaser banks charging.
Okay.
And shields up. Debris and shit.
Yeah.
Part 1. Yeah, my
Okay.
favorite part of Star Trek is when they finish with tactical arguing about their posters right before a whole population's about to die.
Yeah.
Speaking of the whole population, one more question. How many people are down there?
Hey, what a good question that you're going to need the survey pod for.
Yeah.
Good job, Thori.
Yeah.
We don't have that on file.
population.
But
We
you
don't,
can
do
guess
every 4 years.
about it's about 300 million.
In between 300 and 300 million.
In between like 30 and 300 million.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a number.
So, yeah, like best approximate without doing a detailed scan from the survey pod. All right. Any other questions? Now's your opportunity. Then we'll jump to the survey pod, and after that, we will.
We know the locations
cut
of
for
any
the day.
critical infrastructure that should be protected with the shield generators.
I mean, you're gonna have to define critical infrastructure because there's a ton of it.
It would be things like power plants, hospitals, anything of that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the answer is yes.
You have
Also,
a
though-
ton of that information. Yes.
Yeah, if they
Okay,
didn't
so we
send
should-
us that
we should-
information, they don't do their jobs very well.
Yep. They sent you.
Okay,
all
so
that
we should
information.
probably do that stuff too.
transport teams down, etc.
Oh,
Hmm.
also, this isn't a question, but did we alert the woman that that we talked to that we're here now?
No,
we didn't hail
gonna,
anybody. No, all we did was
Yeah, we're gonna-
we didn't get to the part
Scan
where we
first.
hit.
It's not going to matter.
Scan.
I thought we were
then
going to get
I
that.
know.
See,
but
we have
you-
posters
Yeah,
for
those
this.
we have
back
Yeah,
up.
I know we have posters.
Those are the
I was
important
just-
ones.
Honestly,
so
I
I was
was-
waiting.
I was thinking about kicking off next
Hey,
session with
Kiki.
that, but
Hold
Okay,
on
yeah,
there,
that
bud.
makes sense.
Hang,
Yeah.
hang in there.
I mean, I didn't want to violate the posters you left up.
this
Because
is the
clearly
way.
those posters were important.
You know what, Zick? I feel like you were really attached to those posters that I took down, and if I hurt you in any way, I am sorry.
And now,
Okay.
Zerg, how does that make you feel?
It was blood, sweat, and tears put into those. Do you know how many times I cut myself when I was cutting out the tiny cats?
Yes,
The answer
I
is a
saw
lot.
that it looks like they were hand cut. You obviously,
They
I didn't
were,
throw them
yes.
away.
They were
you-
mostly cut
you
hands,
put-
but yes.
They
you
were.
put
There was a lot of blood.
effort into those.
Okay.
Yes.
I
All
just
right. All right.
Want you
That-
to
that's-
use your powers for
Let's
good.
let's wrap this up here. Any more questions from the general scan?
No,
before we...
we're
okay.
good. We're
I think we're good.
Thori and
not even.
Nog will have you play the sensor tech, even though that should be sort of engineering-ish, but it's going to be scanning. So, Thori's piloting the roundabout, and
That was the old one. We haven't named the tactical shuttle yet, and we need to name
oh,
it.
that's right.
Is
You have
it-
the new one, the
Yeah.
four-way stop.
The Kiki.
Right.
But-
I was gonna say, I thought we had named it the four-way stop.
Nope. The
It was
tactical
not
runabout?
officially christened yet.
Yeah.
So,
In his heart, it's
might
called
You
be-
did delay to do the christening ceremony with the bottle and all that is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. We'll do that
Yes.
after, though.
Hmm.
Let's just call it the
We'll just call
tactical runabout.
I'm just going to call it.
Let's
Okay,
call it
so
the
we got the
scanning.
runabout, the tactical runabout, with its planetary survey pod attached, and piloted by Thori with a sensor tech aboard. So that sensor tech's going to be rolling against a 13. All right, so
And his name is Gustavo.
okay. Anybody have any problems with Gustavo? Nope. Okay, cool.
Nope.
All right. So Nog, you will be playing Gustavo for the moment. Go
Gustavo.
Doc.
Go ahead and roll a scan. You'll be rolling against a 13 here, and Thori, you can roll for the runabout tactical runabout.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's a mouthful.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
Which is why we
just
need
the
to
D20s or regular?
rename
You
it
can
the
just do
John
it
P.
regular.
Vlog.
It's fine.
I
just
one of
actually,
them?
we'll do that in the future.
Two.
Don't worry,
You'll
I
roll
have
two.
an idea.
Oh, all right.
nice.
All right.
Well, that's all right.
There's
Oh, wait, no.
3 successes. So
Right.
Excellent
Those
job.
sensors are good, guys.
yeah. So the sensors on the survey pod working great. So now you guys can ask all the questions you want about anything. So now's the time.
Planetary
Here.
population numbers.
Okay, 327 million.
All right.
That's specific.
Yeah, it's not many at all.
How many small space piles are falling onto the planet?
372.
Easy. We got this.
Per hour or just on average?
It's just
Or is that at the moment?
372 currently on a direct trajectory for the planet.
How many of those will be burned up in atmosphere without us having to destroy them?
Maybe a quarter.
So we just need to map out the ones that are of a significant size that will most likely not burn up the atmosphere.
And then probably
How many of their
separate-
power plants are currently working?
Ooh, good one. About 25% are currently working.
Eesh.
Their grid was not prepared for this.
And we can get the location of those?
Yes, you can get the location of those, but we'll handle that.
Okay, so we should get a
Follow-up
shield generator on those.
What kind of power plant do they use?
I mean, they mostly just use safe fusion plants. Like, they tend not to use antimatter plants in planetary systems.
Well, I'm just thinking that nuclear power plants and tsunamis tend not to mix well.
It just depends on where their
that is how you
generators
get
are,
Godzilla.
actually.
Yeah,
Or maybe
these types of fusion reactors aren't terribly susceptible. Like, I mean, imagine, like, take, say, like, Gen 5 nuclear and then take it, 400 years in the future. You're talking about extremely safe fusion.
Okay.
More importantly,
So
that there's
the places
power
where we can go
system.
to become a kaiju are
Yes, we will not have a Zerg kaiju.
Okay, good.
You say that.
Yet.
I was
That sounds like
thinking of
that's
an
foreshadowing.
old Earth disaster called Fukushima Daiichi.
Burley
But,
has an inspirational dream.
So more importantly is that their power system can take or provide the power that our shield generators need.
So, with this accurate
Not in
data,
most
I'm
locations, no.
definitely forward that to the Thunderchild, and
Yeah, we're
also
linked up,
the
baby.
planet
Oh yeah, you're linked up.
to basically help coordinate efforts because it's a planetary scale.
Yeah.
It's kind of important.
Oh yeah.
New data.
We should also get shield generators to high population density areas. If we can find those.
Well, before we take any actions like beaming that stuff down, we should probably do that next session.
Oh,
Would
Oh, yeah.
the scan be able to tell us where best to send coastal population centers to avoid the tsunamis?
Yes, it would be able to tell you that.
Like, this pod can tell you the genetic makeup of the fauna on the planet.
Yep.
yeah, it's
did a
pretty
good job on
crazy.
that.
Still love the word fauna.
Thori,
speaking of-
hold
go
on.
ahead.
Have you prepped and readied the peregrines? Just out of curiosity, are you planning on using them to help shoot down stuff?
I prepped and readied the 4 shuttles.
Okay.
We can prep the peregrines. They'll be more effective with the command and control pod. But if you're thinking of using their phasers to, we can prep those and launch them too.
If you think they'll be effective, I don't know how long it would take to scramble them, but just an idea.
Do I think they're effective? I want them to be, but that doesn't mean I'm right.
The peregrines? No, they're not really effective for this. They don't have those kinds of phasers. They have pulse phasers.
Anything that they can destroy will be destroyed in the.
Yeah.
Pulse. I thought they had regular phaser blanks. Okay, that's cool.
they have a sort of low-powered shuttle like phaser array as well, but like their main weapon is the pulse phasers. The shuttle phaser array isn't gonna do a whole lot.
Okay, that would just put personnel in danger. I suggest we focus on the coordinating efforts. I think that's how the con department can help here.
Excellent.
Woo! Let's do this.
Oh, wait, I have
Hold my beer.
Now that we have the planetary survey pod deployed, can we discover the high-risk tsunami areas? So
Yes,
basically,
you
like
can.
those
Everywhere.
intimate tsunamis.
Yes, you can.
Okay, where, or I guess how many are they? And if it's going to be everywhere, that's going to be a little annoying.
So you can tell when you're looking at the tsunamis that these chunks have been falling for. I mean, this impact had to have happened, say, about 18 hours before you got there. These chunks have been falling now for nearly that entire time. Nearly every bit of coastline is either already has been hit or is going to be hit in the next few hours.
Oh.
Okay.
So we should probably focus on site-to-site transporting populations away from immediate danger and onto the Thunderchild for medical help.
Mm-hmm.
We can get 40 people at a time. I don't know if our site-to-site transporters are going to be...
That's 40 per transporter bay. So you have 2 of those.
Right.
And you have, I think, 8 smaller ones that can do 10 each.
So if we're transporting, a lot. We can transport a lot of people out of a lot of harm's way.
Mm-hmm.
And so we should definitely start that.
Also, every single one counts here, people. Even we might not be able to get everyone at once, but doesn't mean we cannot try.
But
What would be, I'm sorry, what would be the potential, because obviously we can only fit so many people in the Thunderchild, would it be effective to try to, say, transport them from, say, the coastline to a relatively safe point, say, in the middle of, their continent?
Point.
300 million
yep.
people? We can put that in here.
I mean, I'm just...
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? More.
So
soup?
you can hold
What
about
is weight in
4,000 on the ship.
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you can. So you are set up to carry troops right now, and you don't have any troops that you're carrying. So you can hold about 4,000 in that space. It's not comfortable, but you can hold them. As far as moving them inward somewhere, you have to find a location, and then sure, you could potentially move them there.
Okay, all right. That's going to be a little bit more of a backup plan, but just in case something happens.
No, that's a really good primary plan to start on.
Mhm.
Transporting people out of danger.
My only concern is that we should probably reserve our transporters for the incredibly injured so we can get them up to our medical facilities and use ground transportation to move people inland, seeing as some of them have hours.
Yeah. We are
And not
designed to do
minutes.
this thing.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
we can do both, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just without putting people on the ground and actually setting up triage and everything. Judging from the data that the planetary has sent, that the planet has sent, their efforts at triaging
So,
or anything has just been chaotic.
If you guys go all out, utilizing your basically your storage, your bulk transporters as well as your personnel transporters, you can transport about 500 people per minute.
Yeah.
It is actually something that your ship is designed to do.
What's the power drain on something like that versus?
Massive. But
Okay,
if you're
I thought
not
so.
at warp and you're not using the weapons, it doesn't. It's well within your capacity to do.
Yeah.
The main drains are going to be warp engines, shields, and weapons. And
Yeah.
so
What if we are using our weapons to maybe shoot big asteroids?
then
Yeah.
you're going to have trouble doing that. Also, you can't
Yeah.
be using your shields while doing it anyway.
Also, tractor beams.
yeah.
Potentially, that's primary thing. Moon.
Yeah,
Very
primary is the
important.
moon.
Yeah.
But secondary is the evacuation.
Mm-hmm.
And I have our third focus as playing asteroids.
Missile command.
Missile command. Yes, it's
You
been,
can
it's been
do
updated.
both.
Yeah.
let
come on.
me edit that in my data pad.
just put a
Actually, now that
slash.
we've got better sensor data, what is the status of the moon?
Okay, so taking a look at the moon, it is definitely in an unstable orbit, but I mean, it's not in absolutely.
That's a million years from now issue. Next.
It's more like a 200 years from now issue.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not immediately going to crash into service. Okay.
Correct, but that's not necessarily the issue,
That's
because
fine.
you only have if it's not corrected within, say, a couple, like a week or two,
It's gonna burn
not
the atmosphere.
going to be correctable.
Okay.
Usually in this situation, we are dealing with atmospheres, getting a shit ton of particles going down there and could ignite the atmosphere.
Correcting the orbit could be the purview of other, better equipped scientific ships.
Correct. Now that we know how much time we have, I would definitely recommend sending a message to Starfleet.
I was just about to say, we've not even tried to contact any other Starfleet vessel yet or put out an immediate call for help. So that needs to happen ASAP.
I suggested it, but it was...
You didn't just do it. Anyway,
It's okay. Again, that's something we'll handle. You guys will
Yeah.
have the week between now and then to decide what all actions you're going to take right away.
yeah.
On the plus side, this planet's going to have a really cool looking ring.
Yes,
Ooh, yeah.
yes, it will for a little while. Thori, or anybody else? Any more questions for the planetary survey pod?
Nope.
How much of their missile defense system planetary defense system have they lost due to the tsunamis and the asteroid strikes? Because I'm sure it's been hit.
About half of it, but as far as you can tell, none of it's working anyway.
Okay.
Like you've seen them shoot off a couple times and just miss.
Yeah.
So they've got a target that's like the size of the moon.
And we're still missing it.
Got a target like the size of like an SUV.
Yeah, it's more like that, and maybe one that's maybe the size of like a stadium.
So they're still stormtroopering it. Got it.
So we need to make a target priority list here if we're going to be disintegrating asteroids being the key term here.
Yeah. That's
So-
actually one of the things I was just waiting on the planetary survey for additional data.
Okay, any more questions? And then you guys will have the week.
I'm tired, and I know there's a good one that I'm missing. I can just feel it.
Just
I'm
think
hungry.
about it.
Yeah, I'm hungry as well.
I can
Actually.
feel it.
So,
Computer, replicate
feel it,
noms.
Thori.
Replicate.
Sounds like that's a no.
Yep, that's a no.
Huzzah.
We'll come back to you next week.
All right, people, let's save some people.
Yes.
All right, and we will wrap there. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, we'll be up in Discord and all that good stuff, and we will be back next week. So that was fun. What you got? Oh,
No, we're trying to get our
Oh,
hands
you're
to
trying to-
manifest so we can high five. Yeah.
Wow. Yep. Really shouldn't have put you two next to each other.
No, that's your issue.
He's in the Troy seat though, so we'll
Yeah.
get him into a skimpy skin tight.
We're trying. We're
going
gonna be getting me a V-neck, is what we're.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
We do have. I need to start a Chris needs a V-neck, like the super deep, like naval V-neck fund.
Make it out of purple velour.
Wait. We could only acquire it via the funds acquired via the fundraiser. That's the goal.
a whole 50 cents.
Exactly.
Yes, we're getting there.
It's made out of
We
rubber
can't
bands.
retrieve it until we get $100.
Awesome.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
great.
The dopeness. All right,
Mhm.
guys.
All right,
Okay, give me 1 second to pull up our end here, and we will call it a day.
It was indeed a day.
It was.
It has been.
Oh no.
Oh, one more question.
No.
Pregnant Klingons on the planet?
No, Thori. No.
Questions are done.
Did we detect any Borg in
Unfortunate.
the system?
They're all. Yeah.
Oh God,
Right.
no.
I quit.
You actually do detect 2 Klingons on the planet. You do not detect any Borg.
Are those pregnant?
these two Klingons one of-
pregnant?
One of the
Are they one of
Klingons
his former
is in
love
fact
interests?
pregnant. It's
What?
an
Is it
amazing
Lauren?
coincidence.
What a
Sorry.
oh my goodness. There we go. Rescue.
Go
it's
get
my
your
lady
woman.
friend. I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's only one pregnant Klingon. It's really weird.
In all
Yeah.
the galaxy.
The
Entire galaxy.
Yep. I have her genetic profile. I'll cross-reference it.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen my profile picture in Discord now? Don't tell me that screams, not creepy.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
yeah. Okay.
You got
I
a
had to go
heart
look
filled
at it.
Same
with
one.
too much love. You don't know what to do with it all.
Mm.
Okay.
There we go. That's a much better way to put it.
Too much
And-
love.
All right, and we'll wrap there, and we'll see
Yep.
you all next week.
Okay, bye.
Live on and prosper.
Peace out.